stands out to him when he tells the story. It's so loud. It's just so loud.
Yeah.
So he hit that and then thinking, oh, shit, this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
So he woke up on the pavement, just boiling because it was hot blacktop with blood all over the place because he was bleeding.
Does he know how long he was on the pavement?
Not too long, I don't think, because there was another accident literally like 5 cars up. Damn. They just literally came back to him. The cops were there by the time, so by the time it happened, he was on the ground out, and then, however long it took for them to get up to him, not too long, I don't think. So he ended up on the blacktop. Long story short, broken pelvis, broken wrists. That's, I think, but broke his pelvis in 2 spots, piece of his vertebrae, but no major internal injuries. Kind of like Darla when she got hit by the car. All kind of superficial.
Damn, everybody just getting hit by cars.
Stuff.
God, I gotta leave. Everybody just getting hit by cars around you.
Yeah, that's 2. We're near the 3rd. Yikes. So now he went to rehab. He got back home, and now he literally was just in the hospital on Memorial Day weekend again because this guy, he kills me. My mom just got a big, huge promotion where she works. My mom, my dad, and my stepmom. I just call her my mom. So my mom got this big-ass promotion to work. So my dad doesn't have to work.
Oh, nice. Wow. Like that.
Now he does, though. He does it anyway, and he works at like a dry cleaner. And his big job that he has at the dry cleaner, in addition to paying for the stuff and taking the money and handing them their clothes, is he has to put those little foam things on the hangers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, to prevent the little line, right? No. It prevents the line when it hangs on.
Oh, is that why that's on there?
Yeah.
I thought it was to not, if the clothes are a little wet, it doesn't get rust from the thing. I thought that's why that was there. But that actually...
It's the imprint. That
makes a lot more sense now. So, thanks, Larry. I'm glad you got you around here. Fix the dipshit. So he is doing that. And in doing that, he's doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these during the day.
That's not machined by now?
You'd think.
Damn.
You'd think you just buy those pre-done, but apparently it must cost more, so you just do it yourself. Or
stop buying wire hangers. Who the fuck still has wire hangers?
Dry cleaners.
Why?
Well, what are you going to put them in those big clunky plastic ones and run them through the heat thing?
I'm pretty sure there's a material that can go through that by now. That doesn't have to be wire. Anyway, I'm sorry. Get back.
Either way,
what's he doing?
He's getting pain in his wrists because he broke his wrists, and he's doing this stupid, tedious hand work. So what he's been doing is the doctor said when your wrists hurt, just take 2 ibuprofen every morning.
That don't sound like...
He doesn't. So he wakes up and he doesn't eat breakfast and then just pops 2 ibuprofen.
Wow.
So he gave himself... so he ended up in the hospital on Memorial Day weekend because he was experiencing blurry vision and he was starting to pass out. And they found blood in his stool. So they do a CAT scan, and the thing that down your throat, and they find out that he's got ulcers.
Ulcer, yep. That's
from the ibuprofen.
I was going to say ulcer. That's what happens when you don't eat.
So he's bleeding that much, though.
It eats the lining of your stomach.
But how big are these ulcers that you're bleeding that much, that you're blurry vision and you're anemic and you're passing out and you have low blood pressure? I mean, Jesus. So apparently they just staple them shut while you're in there. And then from there, they let him out, and now he's out, and he's right back to working at the dry cleaners after he told me he was going to quit. So I don't know what to do about him. He's driving me crazy with that. I keep telling him that he's supposed to quit that, but that's the update to him. He's a stubborn old guy that won't change his ways and ends up putting himself in the hospital because he's doing a job that he no longer needs to do.
I bring him a bowl of oatmeal every morning, so he can take his ibuprofen.
Well, it's nice. He's so nice. He when I was telling him everything about you and I and working here, he has he got a settlement after his motorcycle because he's for the insurance covering the wreck. He did not get a new bike, and instead he wants to help us out somehow. So he said he wants to put in on another dumb show to help us be successful, my man. So that's the update on the old man. Hopefully he'll be getting better soon. maybe we'll do a little.
Oh,
maybe you hit
oh,
that sound.
No,
I'll
you
do
need
this.
to do a tab sound. That's like a like that.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah,
That's
okay.
actually not a bad idea.
Send
at
me
all.
all your sound
Well, let's do it for
suggestions.
today. We'll do for today.
Hold
Ready?
on, hold on. Wait. I don't have it.
3, 2, 1. Second hour, always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Not bad. It wasn't bad. It was all right. Cheers to everybody here. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers all around. Cheers around. Cheers to you at home. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. If you are participating in happy hour, do it responsibly. Don't be a dumbass and drive or any of that dumb shit. So, I did mention before the break, and I got a question here. Mustard Tiger.
What a name.
I'm not really sure what I did, but he claims I'm very selfish. He's done listening. Because dumb is so selfish. I'm paraphrasing because I can't find exactly what he said. But I don't understand what if anything after that last phone call from Diz, I'm obviously not selfish. I'll show off my girlfriend's hoots. I'll show you my girl's boobs. That's not
No,
a
you
selfish person. I share the wealth.
No, you
I
won't.
spread the wealth.
No, you don't do that anymore.
You
We
lose the
don't.
lower third too. You let that cleavage in there. You
Whoops. I gotta make it not show.
know? I got yelled at during the break, man. She was like, "Yeah, you didn't really do it, did you?" And I'm like, just so
What was
you
that
know,
impression?
every guy, when they first meet a chick and you don't really think it's gonna work out because you're just kind of hooking up, you show the boobs to your guy friends. You just do it, and then
That's terrible.
Previously on Another Dumb Show.
a long email from Ziggy.
I saw this one and I got bored.
I got to be honest with you. Yeah, basically, long story short, Ziggy's saying, "I'm dumb I'm dumb from the old show on this show." Well, dumb from the old show is the same person, so I don't know how to change that. He's saying that basically, like, I get treated like crap on my own show because of what happened with B1 and stuff the other day, and he really dislikes B1. Really doesn't like her. Now, I don't mean this to pick on Izzy. I like Izzy or Ziggy. Excuse me. I feel. Did you you met Ziggy, right, Lou? Obviously,
Yes.
Yeah, Larry bailed. He met, so he wasn't at the.
Well, I met
meetup, but
her.
Ziggy-
Wait a second now.
Ziggy was at the meetup,
That is correct.
and I felt like I just got this kind of anti-woman vibe from him, almost an incelish vibe. Am I wrong? Did you feel that at all?
I don't know. I don't think he came off maybe
I don't
like
mean,
that.
not like, and I don't mean
Maybe
that.
you were
like,
just-
If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, dude. I really apologize. I really am sorry. I'm not trying to slam the dude.
Right.
But I just got this weird vibe, and then I got this email, and I went, "Oof!" I felt like this guy doesn't like women because he really went hard on B1. You agreed? Did you read the email? It's real long, and I don't want to read it verbatim. I mean, literally, it's a
Yeah,
page.
you
It's a
should-
page long. I don't want to read the whole email.
Jesus.
No,
You
I
should
really
get some
don't.
excerpts.
So, he says, take a step back. Don't stress about how people see you. I don't. I don't. That's the complete opposite of what he was saying at the beginning, though. It's very weird. He wants me to not care or to care about how other people see me. Like I need to
Right.
hold myself up here. But then he says down here, don't stress about it.
Yeah, the one thing I got from
Little
it
contradiction.
was that don't worry about how people see you, but I want you to know people see you this way. So the way they see you is like you're from the old show, but you're new. So don't be like the old show, but hey, be you. And don't care what they think, but they're gonna think it if they're not you or you being you. Right?
I don't know what you just said right there. That sounded like a dumb story, is what it sounded like. But he does have one good idea.
I just want to help you.
He says, and dealing with my temper and my rage issues, he says I should get a punching bag and put it up in the studio. When I feel I'm angry, get up and hit it 10 times. Not only will it let out the anger, but it will show everyone in the room, hey, it's getting out of hand, and we need to get back on. Oh, so instead of yelling at you guys, he wants me to get up and start punching things.
I like this.
I love
to
that
take
part.
control of the show. So so if you guys see, I did bang on the desk the other day, but I was yelling at myself because I kept saying a stupid phrase that drives me nuts when I say it. But no, he says he ranted a lot. You sure did. The reason he loved RMG is because of you. dumb. You had a personality like me and overcame so much in those 20 years. I just want to see you succeed and get what you deserve from this show and become the person I feel you want to be. Love you and love the show. Good luck. Happy 4th of July. Thank you. So, I do find it interesting that the thing that I took out of this was the punching bag thing. What a great idea. What a great idea.
Wait, how is that a great idea? That's not at all a good idea.
Well, I mean, it's, I guess it's something to
It's another dumb show.
What's happening? Welcome to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. I think this is issue what? 34?
33?
33. Damn it. Close. Very close. Oh, I just tweeted it. You'd have thought I'd have known, but I completely forgot what I tweeted. Welcome to Another Dumb Show. Glad to have you with us. Shout out to, I saw Brap was first in there, so big ups to him in there. Hold on a second to do something with my headphones. Somebody in here this weekend, Lou?
No, I don't
You
think
sure?
so. Right. You
I
think
feel
so?
like stuff that I got messed around with. People
Really?
were playing with stuff in here this weekend. I feel like
Interesting.
it could be just me, but I feel like there was stuff, buttons that were not where they normally would be when I leave, were in a different spot. I could be wrong. It could, we might have been just a little, maybe we partied too hard before we left here the other day, but
Awesome.
I don't know. Dan's here. What's up, dude? How are you?
How's it going?
Good. Obviously, you saw Lou sitting over there, and
up,
of course, Allie is here as well.
How's it going?
Going well. Thank you guys for joining us today, and thank you for being here. The League of Dummies. Shout out to you guys. Rap is first, and don't feel left out when I mention the League of Dummies, guys. I'm just trying to make sure that you realize how important they are to me. Sometimes they feel left out, and they get upset if I don't mention them. So I got to give them a little love right out of the gate. Okay, so if you're listening to the podcast and you don't like me giving love to the League of Dummies, tough. Because they're immediately going to yell at me. You yell at me tomorrow. So it's the immediate yelling I got to deal with, okay? No, I'm kidding. The League of Dummies is great. So feel free to join them. All you got to do is have a YouTube channel, or not a channel, your own YouTube page account. Then you just subscribe to our YouTube page, the Another Dumb Show YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. Then after about a minute, you can join into the chat. And then maybe if you're first, I'll say your name. What do you think of that?
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty sweet, huh? Allie gets it.
I
So
fight hard. I used to.
I know you
I
did.
always want first.
Allie was a member of the League of Dummies at the beginning, right off the bat. She was here. Her and Dan were. You guys were second in the door. I'm going to just say you guys were first at this point. You guys were the first people back here, as far
That's
as I'm
all I
concerned.
remember.
Ooh, nice.
Speaking of this, what did you say? This issue 33, right?
Sounds right.
You can always leave comments. If you can't join the chat and you're listening to the podcast, but you do want to leave a comment, or you don't like email, some people like just going right to the video and doing it. If you want to do that, when you subscribe, you can leave a comment on all the videos that we've had posted. People go back and they comment on some of the older videos that we have posted. So I figured I'd catch up on a couple of those old ones in there and let you guys know. And I do have, I got some stuff. B1 had some police at her clinic today. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So it just never dull moment. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. So I issue up for 29. This is somebody went on YouTube, went on issue number 29 and left a comment after they had been watching. This is from Adarinter. I think I'd been saying that person's name wrong for a while, but I think we got it right now. So Andorinter says, Yeasty Teeth is the most hilarious thing ever. Please never let that go. Trust me, I won't.
We're not letting that.
No, never. What a phrase. I mean, it's just great. Larry claims, and if you don't know what yeasty teeth is, if you're new, I guess you have to go back. I don't even remember what issue that was officially from when that happened, but super fan in there. Thank you. Good looking out. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. Yeah, 5 p.m. start time. We did start right on time today. Thank you for recognizing that. I appreciate it. We're on the League of Dummies time today, not SST time today. Normal people time is what that is. People who care about being punctual time. But no, I can't remember what issue it was, but Yeasty Teeth was from when Larry, one day we were going to drink, and he said, I can't drink today. I said, why not? And he goes, well, the beer, yeasty teeth.
Yeah,
I said, what?
That's how he described it.
Yeah, well, he said beer, and he did this with, yeasty teeth.
We're supposed to know.
Everybody
gets.
Yeah,
everybody knows that.
Beer, yeasty teeth. They go, what does that mean? And he goes, well, the beer, the fermentation, and it causes the yeast to grow and stuff. And it makes my teeth hurt if I don't brush them then at the end of the night after a heavy night of drinking. Now, I get that if I've had that happen. In fact, I had an abscess one time because I left, I ate a bunch of peanut butter before bed, and it got all jammed up in my tooth, and I got all baked and fell asleep, and it got infected. Well, no, I would frequently fall asleep without brushing my teeth.
Peanut butter
with
mouth.
peanut butter
But
jam.
the peanut butter over was the final straw. It said, hey, this is too much goop in here, buddy. You've been gooping it up, and now there's yeast building up or something. No,
yeasty goopy teeth.
Well, it just turned into this big infection in the top of my tooth. It was awful. Very painful, big pus-filled sack in there. It was disgusting. It popped, and then it was so gross. So gross. But no yeast that I remember having in there at all. So Larry claims that beer, if he has too much beer and doesn't brush his teeth, he gets yeast growing in there, giving him yeasty teeth. So I think pretty sure it's probably the next T-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, that's great.
He really is pushing for
Stay
this.
tuned.
He's pushing for this has nothing to do with you.
I think that's amazing shirt too.
That's not a bad one either. But I think yeasty teeth is just so
right on cue. By the way,
it's
in the
good.
chat, Larry had nothing to do with that.
Oh, is he there? Oh, Larry's in the chat from Ecuador. Larry's not here. I failed to mention why Larry is not here. By the way, we didn't get rid of Larry. Can't get rid of Larry. He runs the show here. But
We love Larry.
yeah, I'm just kidding. We couldn't get rid of him, even if we wanted to get rid of him. And we never would. Having said that, he tried to get rid of us. He got himself rid and went to Ecuador to get away from us for a little bit. Him and the wife needed to get down there. See her family. That's where she's from. So he checked in over the weekend. I saw a couple times. He went live on Instagram.
Correct.
And the first time I saw him go live, he was, I believe, at a motocross event.
It was
I
some
think.
sort of combined festival. There was 2 big events going on.
Okay.
And it was motocross and a lot of horny bulls.
Yeah. Now motocross is a real loose verbiage here.
It's
compared to what you would think of motocross here. I mean, there was a track and there were motorcycles and helmets and people on them.
Color coordinated.
pads and gloves.
Wouldn't call it much of a race. Didn't really feel like I was watching people race. I felt like it was about a lot of people just trying to stay on the bike.
It was more of a mudding experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really was, because I think the track it looked like it had been raining there, and it was I recorded, but it was like again, music in the background
Tons
for
of
some of
music.
them, and yeah, it was always there's a
big party.
always some sort of accordionish sounding sound in the background. But no, they seem to be having a very nice time. It's very rural, for sure. As you look around, it's like, imagine going into, like, you drive down a country road to the middle of nowhere. It's just grass everywhere and just kind of open fields and kind of dirt roads. And they've put up like a motocross course, just this mud course.
It was kind of mountainous. And
I couldn't see the mountains in the background. I couldn't see.
It was kind of just the horizon. And I think Larry said they were on the mountain. Like maybe where he was staying
Too high?
was down the mountain. So I was surprised it was so wet. It was like
Up on the
high
plateau,
elevation.
Yeah, I noticed it just
Yeah.
seemed very okay on a plateau. Okay,
Yeah, they were up on the top, and you can see the horizon kind of
See, I
in the
missed it.
background.
I couldn't see that. I was
Mm.
trying. Well, I was waiting to hope. So it's like watching a NASCAR race. I was waiting to see somebody bite it. That's really what I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Looking for a good biff. Right.
And I might have missed it, but there was one wipeout, and it looked like a little girl almost got run over. In the time I saw a wipeout, it's because Larry was. I mean, he
Larry
was
kept
right on the track. I mean, he's brave. I don't know what he was thinking.
He kept getting closer and
I
closer,
know.
and it's like there is barely a yellow rope.
I have so many questions about this whole thing with Larry, by the way, too.
Can we break this down?
Because he had, and I should have pulled the video because at the beginning of it, when he has did he have his phone attached to his jacket or on a chain or something? Did you notice that the way he was did he have his phone in his food bowl? Because as he was turning,
It was something like that.
yeah, it was like his food bowl was moving with, like, or I don't know, maybe he had his food bowl in front of his phone like this. Because as he would turn, you could see the food bowl move with whatever he was doing. It was so strange. I didn't know if he was doing that on purpose at first.
I think it was
yeah.
almost purposeful.
At
I think
first,
yeah.
it was a beer hand, and then it switched to.
to the food bowl. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he
Food
was
bowl.
doing it on purpose then. All right, so I was because
It's a big phone.
was
I
kind-
mean,
kind
it
of
takes a lot
neat.
of hands.
that's why I thought do you remember the trend where the tourists would come and they'd wear a jacket and they would attach a thing to they'd put their phone in a little pouch.
A little see-through.
Do you remember
pouch.
that? It was pretty.
Yes.
I think a lot of Asian tourists. I think that started that back in New York was a thing, and it would be in their pouch. And I thought that was him. He was walking around Ecuador, just recording with his chest like this, with a food thing in front of him.
I mean, that would be convenient. That would work, right?
Yeah, it seemed to work, but he was eating weird. Now, this is interesting fare food there.
Interesting fare.
Chopped up hot dogs, lettuce, pieces of French fry, and the world's smallest fork.
And pineapple too. I think.
Pineapple in there
I
too?
think there was some pineapple in there.
Also,
There's an
it's
interesting
fresh.
mix. Was there any sauce on that?
It was like instead of chili cheese fries, you got pineapple hot dog fries.
Yeah, what'd you call that? What did he say it was called?
Salchi papas.
Salchi
I
papas.
missed this. I missed
Salchis,
this part.
which I think was the hot dog, and
Salchi,
then
yeah.
papas, which is papas fritas. I know
Okay,
that
so
much
hot dogs and
Spanish.
French fries.
hot
is what-
dogs and potato.
Hot dogs and potato. Okay.
Hot dogs and potato.
Easy,
It was
right
like
to
a
the point.
third of a hot dog. He's
Was
like,
it?
they chopped these hot dogs up. They gypped him. There was,
It was
very little hot
Can
dog.
you say that word anymore? I don't think
Oh.
you can say that word anymore.
Jeez.
Sorry.
You're not very woke, Al. You very. I
try
brought you
to-
on the show because
I try to keep up to
I
date,
thought
but
you would.
I guess so.
Well, I believe the gypsy community would not be happy.
Is that where that comes from?
I do
Oh, yeah,
believe
I
it.
would-
Yes.
yeah, I
I-
Oh,
think
yikes.
It's almost in the word.
Yikes.
yeah, it's the root
No,
word.
I always thought it started with a J, and that's a G.
No.
G.
GYPSY, gypsy. Yes.
Well, I was
think-
thinking J-I.
I don't know.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but I believe that it's.
I would never have put that together. Oh,
I
my
agree
God.
with Ali. Yeah. I
Oh, my
would've
God.
never- Oh,
yeah,
I'm-
because
you blew-
gypsies are, stereotypically the bad connotation about a gypsy is that they steal from you.
Oh,
they're
that's horrible.
Thieves. They're roaming bands of thieves. Is
Oh,
what
my
the
God.
poor. And I'm not saying this because I don't know enough about gypsies. I'm saying this is the stereotype.
I think
So
you
don't
hit the
call
nail on
gun-
the head. I think I screwed up. Oh, my God.
B1's into watching these gypsy shows, so she watches
so
the
you got
gypsy
your-
marriages and stuff. So I watch a little bit of that. It's very-
I would have thought Shrunken Heads. That's not the. Is
That is
it that in
like
that?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Gypsies aren't the gypsies that got the.
No,
torch
you're
for their
thinking of
Shrunken Heads?
gypsies. You're thinking like Egyptians and
Egyptians?
or magicians. Egyptians. Those are
Thinking of,
Egyptian
like,
magicians.
Amazon-
Egyptian. Okay.
No,
I got
no,
mine.
yeah, you're thinking of like the head shrinkers are like, oh no, I don't. What are you
Like
thinking
a
of?
witch doctor.
Witch
witch
doctor.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
like
there you go.
all I think of shrunken heads and stuff.
Good job. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
Maybe there's some shrunken heads down where our friend Larry is because
Oh.
it says some tribes of Ecuador and Peru
There has
do
to
the
be.
shrunken heads.
Ooh.
Larry, come home in one, please,
Watch it.
please.
Well, Scott, I believe, where's he at? Scott says he's going to miss Larry, but he hopes he's having a great vacation. So Scott loves Larry. And let's see, this was also from issue 30. Mentions Allie as well. So Kev J says show's been getting much better. The last two episodes, that would be 30 and 29 he liked. The last two episodes, first episodes, I'd actually desired to fully listen all the way through. I really think Allie has been a fantastic addition. I like a lot of her takes, and she's well spoken. I agree. She's
He's
doing
not
great.
going to like my latest. Oh,
No. You've gotten us canceled. So,
I've gone and canceled myself. Great.
This from Mission 31. Dylan says regarding the Rocky IV Drago spinoff, says Rocky IV is my favorite childhood movie without a doubt. The scene Campy was talking about was in Predator. Apollo and Arnold. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Now, I actually went back and thought, I read this comment and I went back and watched that, and boy, Campy, either I'm a doo-doo head or Campy's a doo-doo head, or we're both doo-doo heads, because when he said that, he said the hand thing, the arm thing. Well, he mixed up his Carl Weathers movies for sure.
Oh, shit.
Okay, because Apollo and Dylan, two very different people. Larry, don't worry. Oh, Larry's super fan donation into their own show. God, people say B1 wants attention. Jeez Louise, like B1's in some like Stars and Stripes like bikini contest right now. So people are giving her a hard time, being like, "Boy, you really want attention." Here's Larry, super fan, donating to his own show. I would try to call in, Larry says, but I'm afraid it will be choppy. Maybe Dumb will allow me to give a recap over a couple days issues when I get back. Yes, Larry, I'll allow you to do that. I was actually hoping for it. We would get some good stories from your trip. Of course, I would. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'll allow you.
You
This
get
guy,
one
like I'm
rapid
some
fire
sort of
minute to tell
awful-
us about Ecuador.
I know. I will allow you 1 minute, Larry. Make it good. No, but Campy, when we brought up the how I said Rocky IV was my favorite movie, then we got into 80s movies, and somehow Rocky III came up in the Campy said the sweaty arm embrace, and my brain went to Rocky III at the beach scene when they're running at the end of it and they hug each other after Rocky beats him.
Intense workout. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I think he actually was talking about, he mixed up movies, and he thought that Rocky and Apollo did that arm grip thing, but no, that was Dylan and Arnold. So wrong movies, wrong action heroes, total mess up by Campy. So he's not allowed back.
Damn.
Just kidding. Speaking of that, I saw an Instagram post from Sylvester Stallone, from old Sly himself. He is very angry
Oh, what's he got to
that
say?
this movie is being made. He says that the whole Rocky Empire is being torn down by Irwin Winkler, whoever the director and the family, whoever that
He
is.
called them something, right? What did he call them?
Oh, he had all kinds of names for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He was not happy with him. It would take me forever to find Sly on Instagram, but actually probably not that long. But he's just pissed. He's pissed. He's saying his legacy is being tarnished and watered down. And I don't know. I think I don't know how you do Rocky without Sylvester Stallone, though. They need to figure out a way to bring him back in the loop with any of this, because he has nothing to do with Creed. He's got nothing to do with Drago.
Is that what it is? He's just kind of feels slighted, so he's speaking out against the
Well, I
movies
think
because they
he's-
didn't involve him, or did he choose not to get involved?
Probably sold his rights at some point when he was a little hard up for dough.
Right.
And then
And now he's just platforming about it.
yeah,
Got it.
exactly. He's regretting it, and
That's
he's
kind of
using.
obnoxious. Like, just let the next, I'm sure so many people don't remember or have never heard of Rocky that are just going to eat this up. That's who they're making it for.
Yeah, but but that's his. I mean, literally his baby. He wrote it.
Yep.
That is right.
He created
yes.
the character. He created the Rocky universe.
He created Drago. Yeah.
Yeah, there is no Rocky
But
without
once you've
Sylvester
paid
Stallone.
your
Period.
time- like, do we hear George Lucas poo-pooing the new Star Wars since he sold?
might.
to
He will
Disney?
give it time. I'm sure he'll complain
might.
about
Once
Disney.
he hears how much they're making, we're going to hear a little more from him.
Exactly.
Well, maybe that's the thing. He's not. He learned how much the Creed franchise is making, or something along
Yeah.
those lines, or
Yeah.
somebody else is getting paid. Now he's seeing dollar signs that he left on the table, but he's not dumb. You make a big enough stink, and you might actually end up getting back to Dan fell asleep on the
my
switcher.
bad.
That's okay. It's okay.
I'm so
That's okay. Well,
lost.
that's his fiance. He's just
Yeah.
mesmerized by her
Yeah.
beauty.
Dan's
It's just like,
the
God, I'm
lost
so
the
glad I'm
prize.
marrying
Fell
her.
asleep at the wheel
She's
over
so
there, babe.
pretty. Look at her. God,
I
I'm
know.
so.
He wasn't
I'm so-
doing nothing on the screen, too, because I was watching his screen. He isn't clicking
He's
anything.
like,
He
God,
just-
she's so pretty.
Look at my wife.
No, that's good.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, Sly is very upset, and I think he just regrets it a little bit. And,
He wants to be
Snyder.
involved.
My point, what I was going to was, it might make sense to make a big enough stink, because look what happened with Zack Snyder.
Correct.
He made that huge stink about getting the Snyderverse redone and his cut of the Justice League released, and it got released. So sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Sometimes the squeaky wheel no longer works where it used to work.
I mean, complain all he wants. They're just-
Wise said.
Yeah, wisely said, yes. Back to 31 again. It's another comment. This one comes in from Jamie. I said, I'm a movie buff, born in 87. I'm sorry, but somebody said the first Top Gun was not as good as the new one. Who said that? Or who said the second Top Gun was better than the first one? Was that you, Dan?
Oh, I definitely said that.
I might have.
Dan said that.
Tiptoed was
Yeah.
saying they were as good, and maybe I enjoyed the new one.
Yes. Jamie disagrees. Said the first Top Gun was way better than the new one. Couldn't even finish the new one.
Whoa.
That
Now
bad,
that's
huh?
kind of
That's a bit-
unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That scene where they, I don't want to give any
Like,
spoilers
I've
away.
honestly
Top Gun
never
2?
walked out of a
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
fallen asleep, sure, but honestly, like you have to be motivated to just be like, I have better things to do than finish this.
If
The only movie I've ever walked out of in my life is Waterworld. And it was
really,
only because there
because you
were
went to the movies.
well, we were with girls,
Ah.
and the girls were bored. And it was like a sophomore in high school, and I had a
course.
real big crush on this girl. So I was, it's stupid.
You had better things
Let's get
to
out
do.
of here.
You had
No,
better-
I just was a sheep and was like,
Yeah.
okay, baby, let's get out of here. You know, whatever you say,
I mean,
baby.
it's a good movie to walk out on. you know.
I don't think I've ever even watched the
You
second
probably
half of it.
Never. Yeah, nobody
No.
has.
Did they find water?
No, they water
Okay.
on water.
Oh, okay.
No water.
So Jamie claims that she's a walking movie Wikipedia. She can answer questions about movies before Siri when it comes to even scarier comedy movies. Yeah, right. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a movie thing
Yeah.
and see if Jamie can hang. I bet I could beat her. Oh, this is a good one because somebody just brought this up before the end of the show. This is a comment about issue 32. Cleveland Taco says, "Can we please edit the recap bullshit and breaks out of the full video when you post it after it was live? Very annoying to have to skip through constantly." Now, this is done for the League of Dummies. So they can see themselves highlighted in the chat replay. So they can go back and look at themselves. Look at my comment. Look when I post. Look what I said there. And then they can go back and see what other people said about their comments in case they missed it. But what happens is when you guys go to, if we were to edit those videos, if we cut off that highlight, like the countdown at the beginning, and if we take a little break or whatever and cut out the break,
Even if we were to edit it in any way, like we went back
Yep.
and muted a section, this is how we learned that, right?
that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, what it does is it cuts off the chat. The chat will not replay because
it's
it's
not
sync-
integral,
I don't know if that's the right. I think you're using the wrong word there.
probably.
Yeah, I think it's loses integrity. It's not.
Integrity is- well, that would
it's,
be in,
it's not synced.
Yeah,
It's
there
not-
it is. As soon as
Integral would be well, they are an integral part of the show, the chat. But I believe it's losing its continuity. Also, if you there you go. If you take that out, so the dilemma there is: do we lose the chat replay to cut those out? Because I have considered it. I really have considered it. But the reason why we weren't cutting them out, or we haven't been cutting them out, is because we're supposed to be posting recap videos, but we're not doing recap videos right now. So we got to get that figured out. So in the meantime, I think you're just going to have to deal with it because I like for the chat to be able to go back and read their stuff. And sometimes if there's drama in there, like the one time we really need to go back and see,
it needs to be verified.
we can't check because it's gone. So unfortunately, I think that's probably going to stay there for now. So learn how to do the scrub technique. I do believe the farther you pull up on the screen, the faster it scrubs. There's a couple different ways to scrub. Just drag. I think it even pulls up a little box when you scrub, so you can actually see
See the preview as
the countdown. Yeah, and people are going to say, "Oh, you don't always start right at the countdown." Got me on that one. Can't really got nothing for you on that one.
My
So,
bad.
Yep, I got SST right there. So Cleveland Taco, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But once the recap videos go back up, it shouldn't be a big deal because you just go watch them there if you want. But I do like you guys going through and watching the whole thing because some people like to watch the chat replay because sometimes the League of Dummies are in there being goofy. So Dustin says you can add chapters. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'll have to check that out. Somebody said the chat can the chat get you flagged? I don't know what that means. Carrie likes the chat. Yeah, the chat wouldn't go away, while we're live. It would only go away with like if we did that edit thing. So Friday, issue 32, there was a little video that popped up there. Sam, Aussie Sam in there, superfan donation says, can you add timestamps to videos so one click skip back to the show past the breaks?
That's what the other person meant with chapters.
I see.
Yeah,
that's a question. You know, I'm going to ask with you.
That's not a bad idea.
All the video editing I've done is in Adobe Premiere. I don't use video. I don't use YouTube's video editor or anything like that. So I have no idea how any of that works. So that's Larry's job. Larry's my YouTube guy. So I would have to defer to him on that one. But I should probably do a little research on my own and try to figure that stuff out. So, Dan, am I a little laggy? Are we off? Is it just me? I feel like I'm a little.
So slightly. Do
just
do you
a
want
little
me to
bit?
Reset it.
That's all right, as long as if it's not getting too bad. So, but anyway, on Friday's episode, somebody had a comment. We had old Baker Mayfield back up to no good. Somebody sent in a video at the end of the show on Friday. We ended up going a little bit long because it seems as though Baker's back to his Instagram ways, DMing ladies allegedly. Who knows what's happening once the DMing's happening? But one of them said, "You little sea slut." So one can only glean from that what's happening there. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, I'd say. But Rachel had a comment regarding that video, and she said Baker Mayfield just doesn't like his wife. Very simple.
Wow.
It's not true. He might just be horny.
Yeah, you can do both. You can love your wife and love cheating.
Yeah, he
It's
might
an
love
addiction.
Yeah, well, that he might love his wife, and that maybe she's just not good in bed.
Or
So
she's
he's like,
not-
"Fuck it, I just want I did to go." She doesn't. Maybe he gets off on the behind the cheesecake kind
See,
of.
if she's not good in bed, who cares how much you love her?
Oh,
It's kind of a good point.
Why-
I'm not
He
gonna-
got married after the Cheesecake Factory. Let's
That's-
remember.
That is true. He
That-
had to. He had to.
He had his chance.
He could have
Yeah,
walked away.
yeah.
True. Very, very true. Okay. There's another Baker Mayfield. This is from, who's this one from?
I might have missed
Well, that's a comment, but I got emails that I dug out. I went out and I was sweating my ass off out there digging out emails. So
Did you get rained on?
no, it was hot when I went out there.
okay.
Yeah, it was still hot and sticky. So this one's from Tessa regarding issue 32. She said, Baker's still effing up. A lot of emojis there, hand on the face, as always. She said it was another great show. She says, Lou never learns this lesson. Allie with the wild stories. We need more Allie stories with all the traumas. Love you guys. Have an awesome weekend. And that was from, I lost her name. I already said Tessa. Thank you, Tessa. Tessa and Rachel, a lot of support from them. And one more, somebody who's been supporting us for a while, Amanda emailed in special request from Amanda. Now it's the second email I've gotten from Amanda now. First one, lobbying for her daughter to have the third seat here on Another Dumb Show. Yes, Allie's mom has emailed in again. She's requesting a special order ladies t-shirt, V-neck or tank top in a women's medium. And I'm assuming for the, actually it doesn't say which one.
She's
I'm
going to want a
assuming
deep V.
the Another
She
Dumb.
loves to show those
She's
off.
got some hoots.
That's her style.
You know what? She's just proud.
Okay.
So she might not be packing a
I
lot.
got 'em
but
from my
she's-
mama.
Gotcha. Okay, but she likes to show off what she's got. Okay, good for her. All right,
Great,
lady
good for everyone who wants to buy a lady shirt
Very
when we
well.
get one of those.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to put one of those up. But she wants a special order ladies t-shirt. I'm assuming she wants Another Dumb Show logo. She didn't specify which one she wanted.
No, she
We'll
just
just
wants
have
a
to
deep,
take the
she just wants a
scissors.
deep V.
Yeah,
neck
she
shirt.
just wants it.
We're going to just order a shirt, Amanda, and we will just chop that up for you special order.
Just cut it here in the lounge.
That's funny. So your mom's just putting in her Amazon orders through me. Okay, perfect. We'll get that in for you, Amanda. You got it.
That's
just a
great.
ladies V-neck and medium. Perfect.
Just a few 5Xs and one deep V for Amanda.
Yes. So I mentioned earlier that the police were called to B1's clinic. She works at a vet office, and so I was driving. She texted me earlier, and God love her, she'd been. I think B1 might be back all in again. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, we're moving. We have Thursday. There's actual plans to move stuff like 4 days ahead. we were going to do it this weekend. And I was like, come on, I'm actually off on a Saturday for once. Let's just do nothing. And so we figured it out. So she's doing it Thursday. We're going to do it Thursday. So getting all the rest of her stuff out. Her apartment will be gone. She'll be back in.
Awesome.
Officially, yes.
Wow.
But she spent the whole weekend trying to make our house into a home. Just cleaning and organizing and hanging up knickknacks and putting
she was undumbing it.
well, my house really needed a lady's touch.
Correct.
Once she left, it was just very much. Not
How
that it
did
was
you
like
touch it the last few months?
like a very clumsy frat boy, basically, with two young boys that also there with me. Just, I mean, it was clean, but it was like
Kind of piss
kind
on
of clean.
everything.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of pee.
Yeah.
Just a lot of dust had built up, that kind of stuff. Not how guys clean. We pick stuff up and put it away. We're not doing any scrubbing or deep cleaning. And I also, because I have the COVID nose, I really can't smell shit. I mean, I cannot tell. Darla could take a dump right next to me. I would have no idea that she did it. None at all. So, I mean, you'd have to really hold it pretty close for me to I wonder what maybe we'll do a test how quick, how far I can get to her poop before I
We'll
actually
just start
smell
hiding
it. So,
shit closer and closer.
yeah, so maybe
until-
we'll catch one where if she slips up in here, we'll try to grab one of those and see. But because I never know, so one of you guys is going to have to catch a whiff of it and let me know, because I don't ever know. So what I'm saying is, the house kind of stunk here and there every once in a while, and I just wouldn't realize it. It was just kind of overall cat dander smell. The boys' room, just they're teenagers. One's a teenager now, so it's a little BOE in there.
A little
funk.
A little sweaty. It's supposed to
It's
go
in the
locker room.
upholstery forever.
Yeah. Well, God love her. She brought a carpet cleaner over. She was cleaning. She cleaned the
deep cleaning.
carpet in there, and she was washing walls and
Shit.
getting cobwebs out of corners and stuff. So
I mean, you don't do that unless you're moving in, and it's the whole thing. It's the whole shebang.
that's what I said. Proby
Bringing it
smashes.
up.
Proby says Dom's a simp for B1. Yeah, we get that one. Ha, 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 good one. But no, the moving forward with her, I think she's in, because she even said, "Hey, why don't you bring me some food?" And I was like, God,
There are terms and conditions.
now I have to do stuff for you too.
How
God.
How dare her expect
had a
that?
little-
Yeah,
though?
I mean, I took her to Pound Town.
Come on.
I mean, you'd think that was it. You clean the house, I take you to Pound Town.
That's
and
it.
It's a even
That's like
trade.
the resume.
Yeah.
No,
Even
no, no.
trade, yeah.
No, that's not a part of the trade bargains.
What do you
that's,
mean?
Not.
that's a part of the resume.
That I can take you to Pound Town and I can bring you food.
Of a good partner? Yeah. That's like base level.
Pick your battles. You got to get one or the other. No, but so she texted me today, asked me if I'd bring her food to work. So I did. Took her some nugs, and as I'm pulling up to the clinic, I go to pull in, and there are two cop cars sitting in the driveway, blocking the entrance to the clinic. You can't get in or out.
Oh God.
And I go, why wouldn't she let me know that? Number one, just because I'd also made a stop on the way there.
Allegedly. Yeah.
No, it's legal. It was a legal stop, so it's allowed to have it. But still, you just, I got all the documentation. I got my papers, sir.
Okay.
I got all my papers, sir. But
Awesome.
still, I don't want to have to show my papers.
Don't
I
want to
don't
have
want
that conversation.
I don't want to have to do some splaining.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in splaining nothing.
Still makes you sweat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like being around them. I don't like. They weren't doing anything wrong. They were doing their job, but they just make me uncomfortable. They're walking around. They got guns and badges, and they could put me in jail, and I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
Just looking for anything to get you in there.
That they can. They literally can. That's why they make me uncomfortable. You give them a wrong cross eye, and they can make something up and put you in jail if they want to. Not saying all of them will, but they can. So, speaking of that, well, I'd love to dive into this case about this. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly her name, because her name is similar to Brittany Griner, the girl who's stuck in Russia. But there's a Brianna Greener. I don't know her name yet, but the police put her in the. I know her name, but I can't remember it because it reminds me of the other one, and I always mix them up, and I don't want to say it wrong. Because just two BG names in the news that are very similar at the same time. Well, there's a girl. She was just essentially put in the back of a police car. They drove off with her in the handcuffs. She had a schizophrenic episode. Was going nuts. Her parents called for the police to come help. They put her in the back of the car. They have to. She's going nuts, so they have to handcuff her. Which is understandable. She's, they need to subdue her. They put her in the back of the car and drive away without buckling the seatbelt or closing the door. And the woman falls out, and 6 days later ends up dying.
I'm sorry. That seems pretty base protocol.
You think basic, just fundamental stuff. You see them, watch your head. It's the same, watch your head, put your hand on, watch your head, and they get them in. And which is fundamental, right? Which is bad enough that you do that. You make that mistake and somebody dies. But then to make it worse, you then lie and say she kicked the door open herself.
Oh, is that the excuse?
Yeah.
They're not just saying they didn't shut the door. No. She kicked it open.
Yeah, they claim she kicked it open, but then now there's I believe it's body cam footage or some other report, another officer involved saying that no, she fell out. What's her name?
She's from Georgia, Brianna Marie Grier.
Brianna Grier. See,
Yes.
very similar to Brittany Griner. That's why I kept mixing their names up, and I didn't want to. That's why I didn't want to mix it up. So, thank you, Lou.
Woman. You're welcome.
Yeah, it got put in the back of a cruiser, had a schizophrenic mental, and I think it rings true because of my family having schizophrenia in it. So I always worry about, if my cousin if something were to happen with him, and he has an episode sad. He's doing great, he's doing wonderful, but if something were to go wrong, I always am so scared for the family that they're gonna have to get the police involved, and it just could escalate, and who knows.
Right. I mean, you need to be able to call someone, but when it's the only people you can call are just kind of armed, it's always a problem. And
Well,
I mean, they didn't even hurt her. They just didn't even do their job.
dereliction to duty. I would call that. I would say. So it's just about. But again, it's about them holding themselves to a higher standard, and then it's the lying afterwards. It's the just you can't. I get it. You got a pension and you got a job and everything, but you accidentally not murdered. You accidentally caused somebody to die with your ineptitude, essentially. But back to B1. And because I only know a little bit of the details of that, and I'm sure there are a lot more. And if you saw that story, it was awful. But Red 88 says, Becky, it's a dumb story, so just wait for the 5 detours. Yes, there are plenty of zigs and zags on my stories. So back to B1 and the police. So they're blocking it. I can't pull in, which annoyed me right off the bat. Why are you blocking it? Must be something going on. So I pull like 2 cars down around halfway around the corner so I can see them and they can't really see me.
Checking the area.
Yeah, I'm on,
See if you can see something.
Yep. So I can watch and see if something pops off because I see there's 2 of them talking to somebody. 2 cars, but 2 cops outside talking to someone. So I call B1 and say, hey, I'm out here with your food. You want to come grab it because I have the dog and there are police there. And she said, oh, yeah. Apparently... And now I'm interested to see what theories you guys could have on this, because apparently this couple brings in a dog for an appointment. Then all of a sudden, while they're waiting in the waiting room, a man walks in and starts screaming at them, saying that he stole their dog, or I'm sorry, they stole his dog. Well, it turns out that this guy is the son of this older couple that are waiting with the dog. So I'm trying to piece together what scenario it would be to where this couple walked in with this dog. Why you would have to steal a dog from your son?
It's mom and dad's son.
Yeah, this is what the son is alleging. So I don't know. Maybe this is another case of just maybe something's going on with the son. Maybe the son's nuts or whatever. But why would is the son? Because I said to B1, I go, was the dog? Is it sickly or does it look like he's abandoned, malnourished? Yes, yeah. Is he not taking care of the dog?
Yeah, that I can see that scenario.
Right.
Mom and dad are like, oh no, we're taking this dog in.
Exactly. If I went to my daughter's house, she has cats. If I walked in and the cats were sickly and unfed and there was crap everywhere, and I would be like, we need to do, like, I would say, hey, we need to fix this.
Correct.
And then if she didn't, I would then, take the cats away from her. So, or say we need to give the cats to someone else. I would do so. I don't understand that.
Help. Yes.
But these were healthy animals. So I can't figure out, I should have asked, is it a pit bull? Maybe they're worried he's breeding it for something, like he's going to train it to fight or something.
Right.
It's like a German Shepherd. They're training it to become like a guard dog, and they don't want that.
Like it's interesting you say
844 hit dog.
breeding because maybe they thought he was like an irresponsible owner and he wasn't planning on getting his dog fixed. Maybe he wasn't taking his dog to the vet, so they just kind of took it. Yeah, maybe this guy just had a dog he got from a friend who had puppies and he didn't get it shots, and maybe these people really care.
Now, man, now that's actually a good idea. Maybe this guy lives with his parents.
Yes.
This dog's not snipped. It's pissing all over the house. And they're like, we're just taking this dog to get snipped. You're not taking care of it. We're going to just go get snipped. And then now I can see why the guy would show up yelling. He's protecting his dog's balls.
Because some people think they're going to make bank breeding their dog. That's just
don't touch my dog's nuts.
Yeah.
Get away from my dog's balls. That makes perfect sense now.
I had a coworker once tell me she was not fixing her dog because she wanted her dog to experience the miracle of childbirth. And I was like, are you kidding me?
That is crazy.
You're going to get your dog pregnant?
What weird astrophysical ass head shop were you working in? Like, what?
I was working at Red Pill. So, and there are a lot of interesting people there. But, oh my gosh, I've never heard something like that. Like, how can you just believe your dog wants to experience pregnancy? I had to tell her, like, do you know every time an animal has their period, like their chance of like ovarian cancer goes way up. Like it's not like humans.
Yeah, B1 always tells me about this with dogs. They get this thing called bloat, especially like bigger dogs when they don't when they're not fixed. Because I always thought you just get your dogs fixed so they don't make more dogs and they don't pee everywhere. That's right. Yeah.
Those are two major reasons.
Very good reasons. Yeah. Help control the pet population, right, Bob Barker? Have your pet spayed or noodled, right? Neutered. Neuter the noodle.
There you go. There we go.
But I really don't understand where the childbirth part of it, or the miracle of childbirth. I don't think that's really. I don't think dogs care about that. I don't think they're really worried about that.
I'm not sure they have emotions or really want to get ripped open, be pregnant. Yeah, it's nasty.
No. Almost not make it as well, because a lot of moms, they don't make it, or they just eat the pup. Like I don't really see the miracle part.
Ryan said maybe they found him with a jar of peanut butter in the pooch. Whoa, damn. That's awful.
This is dark.
Yeasty teeth, and you get caught with the dog,
Got caught red-handed.
Oh, wait, I was the peanut butter. That's beer. Sorry. All right. We do have to take a quick break. I know we actually started on time today. So I would like to come back. And when we come back, we have Dan the Sound Man. Apparently this weekend was a very busy man. Allie said, Dan forgot to come. Now, Dan and Allie, if you don't know, they're engaged, so they live together. And Allie said, Dan forgot to come to bed a couple nights this weekend. So Dan was up working all weekend.
2 nights to choose from, both nights, no sleep.
Very, 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 very cool. When we come back from break, make sure you guys are paying attention because Dan the Sound Man has some tunes for us as we come back from break. So we'll be right back. Stick around. If you have not had a chance to hit that thumbs up, that like, all that stuff, now's your chance to do it while you're sitting here listening to the replay you've heard 400 times. Hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and hit that. Quit playing with your dinghy, hit that thingy. You know what the drill is. All right, we will be right back on another dumb show. Hang on. Mentioned that I had an event on Saturday. So, we're going to take a quickie, get the dumbs dump in. Okay? Thanks to Joe T for that. We'll just use that for the first one here. Take a quickie, real quickie. I'm talking like a 3-minuter, okay? Let these guys get some brews because I feel like Lou needs some brews because I can tell he's got shit going on. And we're going to talk about that. Lou's shit. Larry, I know's got shit going on too. He hinted towards. So, take a quickie. We'll come back. We'll get into my karma. Why the punching bag would have to be on hold and wouldn't be able to be done right now anyway. Huh. The karma continues. I'm the living embodiment of Murphy's Law. So I thought maybe, a lot of times I used to blame it's because of where I work on the old show. It's just all the shit and all the bullshit I got to put up with. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. It's just me. It just follows me fucking everywhere.
It's attached to you.
It's really annoying. So we'll come back and I'll tell you why we can't do the punching bag in the studio for when we have a dumb rage out. We'll be. Rung on the football team ladder. They really truly are. Them and the kicker, depending on which one is the bigger turd between the two, they're the lower rung. And I'm not trying to knock them because
the kicker's way better than the puncher.
They're major part. I agree.
Yeah,
but if
kicker makes points.
But sometimes the punter's kind of cool and the kicker's not. And the kicker came over maybe like from the soccer team or something. And the punter's actually one of the football players or something.
You don't buy a jersey off a punter or a kicker. Sorry, dude.
Kind of my point. Yeah, the quarterback is the upper. He's the top level of the team. So the fact that you got to buy it from the punter, somebody on the Panthers should have been like, yo, Hecker, just give him the number and we'll pay you behind the scenes for it at least. We need our quarterback to look like a boss.
Right.
Not like the kind of guy that buys a fucking
Did they say
number.
how much? It didn't even matter.
God,
It could have been $1, actually.
No,
you know what? It
I
could have
need
been
to
30
know.
chicken nuggets. I don't give a fuck. Like, don't give him shit for his number.
No, I need to know how much. I need to know the big fat number because it wasn't cheap. He didn't. He sat there, gave him a number, and he was like, eh.
But
and then Baker probably gave him another number, and he was like, eh.
He said in his
I
interview
would've.
earlier too, like he let his team do the negotiations for the contract. I wonder if he let his team negotiate this number
how
contract
could you not?
too.
Like,
And
what an
oh
absolute
my God,
tool.
I missed this part too. Oh my, what a fucking tool Baker
Oh, yes,
Mayfield
let's
is.
hear it.
The kicker bought it off of somebody else. The kicker bought number 6 off of their backup quarterback, PJ Walker,
Oh, this team is hilarious.
and gave it to and then sold it to Baker. So it was a double.
What's a double?
What a fucking nerd!
Hey, dummy, here's what you missed on another dumb show.
I'm a little confused, actually. I need your advice.
With me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not with you at all. No,
Okay.
I'm not confused by you at all. I'm a little confused. There is Diana said put a poll up. Diana, there is a poll up already on the community tab. If you want to go put your vote in for which shirt you'd rather have, the Captain Content logo or the Another Dumb Show logo, go do that. It's on the community tab on our Another Dumb Show page, youtube.com/Another Dumb Show. I have an email. It came in it's from Phil I Am, and I'm a little conflicted about it, to be honest with you. Well,
Okay.
I think I think you're going to be conflicted, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is Phil?
Phil I Am, you might remember him the other day. He says, you'll remember when I read his email. He says, hey, Dump, thanks for reading my email on Monday. I sent the invite to the Bills Mafia with the table slam GIF. I would like to ask to be the Buffalo correspondent from Phil I Am. Now, because he was kind enough to send, you have that GIF? Do you have that? Are you able to show that?
Oh, I don't.
Do you have the table
GIF
slam from the other
itself?
day? Or even just I don't know.
I think I do have the GIF. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I had it earlier because I was using it for something.
That's okay. I just want to see it again because in case people didn't see the other day, they don't know what we're talking about. So, no, why not?
Oh
show it to them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I wonder if this plays.
I hope so. We played. There it
it's a
goes.
GIF.
There
Oh,
it is.
there it
See,
is, there it
boom.
is.
There you go. So it's a little. Man, look at Dan bringing the jams. See how I did that there? Just moved it back. All right. Welcome back to another dumb show featuring Dan the Sound Man's tunes. All right. Now, Dan, see how that ended abruptly? Now, I gave Dan some tips. Let it go a little longer next time. Give me a little longer bed. But he did give me 2 of them. That one, actually, let's listen to that again real quick. I actually like that. Seriously. That's Dan's. Oh, hold on. I should probably turn everybody's mics on. Sorry. There you go. It'd be better if your mics were on. So, no. Dan made this. Dan the Sound Man made this on his own at home. How cool is that? Did you whip out a guitar and do that?
Yeah. I just got some new software. This is actually in mono, or it's like only left speaker or right speaker. I'm noticing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all right though.
Oh, maybe it's just your headphones.
I think it's only your headphones, buddy. I hear them both.
Okay.
So here's the other one. I'm going to play them both. I know we'll come back. We can come back to the next break from it, but I'm just going to play it because I like it. Check. This one's longer. Yeah. Now this I can get down with.
This is Dan's super baby making music. It has to be.
Yeah.
This I see why he.
This might be the Lou theme. I feel like when Lou comes in, this should play almost because it's so smooth and chill. It just fits. I feel like it fits Lou.
It's nice and chill.
We need a little Lou D-O double G over this.
Yes, it's so.
I missed that earlier. Hold on.
So basic.
That I missed.
Oh yeah, that
Little
keeps,
tweel.
Yeah.
That keeps going.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
That is super
Look at
cool.
you go,
Dan.
dude.
That is super cool. Really.
Very good work, Dan. I enjoy it.
I'm glad you like it.
I like it a lot.
Inspired.
Good
He's having a
job.
good time this weekend.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. This is some good feet up, fire one up.
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah.
Outside, beautiful summer night. Oh yeah, paint that picture.
A little bit of that, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe a little bonfire in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
A little in the couch.
Yes.
Lady, maybe a lady in front of you shaking it. Good stuff, dude. Seriously, the fact that you went home and took the effort to do that on your own time, without, Dan and Allie don't make money. No, we don't. No, nobody's making money here yet. It's a passion project till we get this thing up and running, right? So,
That's correct.
I'm very thankful that you thankful you're here, period, every day. So thank you. But then now, that you're doing stuff on your own time and putting stuff together, it means a lot to me. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Good work.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks for playing.
It was very good. You want to know what Lou did over the weekend?
Oh,
Of course I do.
So Lou was the other day. Lou was talking to his friends. Lou lives in a little crazy neighborhood where you just get it's just
Crazy-ish,
you,
yeah.
you go out. It's a block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go out, hang on to the block, go on the street.
Mm-hmm.
You have a few drinks. You be out on the porch doing it for a little bit, and then start spilling out into the front yard as everybody gets a little more drunk. Am I about right? You start on the porch, Lou, and then it's as everybody gets a little more drunk, it'll move out. Maybe in the house.
I used to hang up out front. Mostly now it's backyard cake.
Okay. Okay.
So we moved the way we used to always be out front. Everybody's in front of their house.
Yeah, and then that's what I said, and
that.
it works its way
Yep.
off the porch to the front yard where maybe your two dudes be like, "Well, I'll wrestle you." No, we could wrestle. And then they start wrestling, and then it spills out into the street, and then there's all kinds of crazy stuff happens with cars, 4-wheelers. Now I don't know about your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new epidemic of 4-wheelers and dirt bikes.
Heavy.
Big time.
Heavy.
And I can only,
They've always been around.
Oh man, at Lou's neighborhood in particular, man, it's like, and they come. There's so many of them. It's like a funeral procession. You just have to stop and wait for them to go by.
Saturday morning, you get woken up to the.
Yes, the roaring,
Yeah.
really cool guy thing. We just had that happen here. We were out back hanging out. And there was a guy, he started on one end of the building, rolling in his nice car, muscle car, nice and slow.
Real slow. You could hear every little crunch of a pebble
Yeah,
under
you could
a
actually,
tire.
you're right, you could actually hear it. Then got right in front of us and went, and
Cool
revved
guy
off.
mode
Yeah,
activated.
Yeah,
Dude.
I believe Allie called it tiny penis mode.
The tiniest of peas back over there.
So
Awesome.
yeah, it was fun. But Lou was out front this weekend with his homies, and I'll show you what he was up to with his buddies out in front of their house. There's no music on this, right? I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
All right, here we go. Can you see this, Dan?
Let me try it.
This
There we go. Here we
Oh,
go.
I see him.
Here we go. Here's Lou out in front of his house with his buddies.
About Saturday, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock Saturday.
10 o'clock. Okay, so not even the height of drunkenness yet. Just working your way up to it.
We were just hanging out.
All right.
A lot of people were asking us that they were from my hood. So show the street. They show this caveman over here.
Look at this. He fat as fuck.
He gonna hit the boom, 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 boom.
Stop.
Oh, I got him.
Okay, so I love this. It's almost as if he's trying to wipe out. I for a second, so this is who's this? Your buddy? I saw his, Lou's buddy, Lil Doug, just came in too. But so what happened? This guy just whose bike is this?
So this is Lil Doug's bike.
Okay.
We had it in the backyard. So I told him to bring it over. I was doing a bunch of stuff, and then we started having some drinks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just nothing crazy. We're at like shot number 3. Some water in between. My other buddy comes over, actually double op. And he's like, all right, let me ride this. My friend, that's my neighbor, actually. So he's about 20 beers in.
Okay.
20?
Yes, because this man can.
You're 3 shots. He's
a lot of
20
beer.
beers.
Yes. So he's been home since 5 o'clock.
Okay.
That makes
He's been
less-
on the porch
that's not
in the
enough.
front.
He's been on the
out
porch
street. Okay.
drinking some cold ones. It's Friday. So he comes over. We have a couple shots. We go up front. Everybody rides this bike. I get on it, double op.
No, it's like when you say bike, it's a bicycle.
It's an electric bike.
Electric bicycle.
Yep.
Okay, I rode one of those around when I went to Arizona. A lot of fun.
Lots of
A
fun.
lot of fun. They get moving too. You got to be
Yes.
careful. They get going.
They could pick up speed.
And the one I was riding was like a full size bike. It looked from this video like, Dana, you don't know if you can
So
cut back
this is
to
a
it.
smaller one. It's not like as big as your mountain bike ones.
No.
This is a smaller one. Yep.
This is,
Yep.
and well, I'm going to be honest with you. It looks like the front wheel is about the size of a tricycle wheel.
It is a small wheel.
And the handlebars are about 3 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like one of those. Does this fold up? Is this one of the? Yeah, this
Yes,
is
it
one of
does.
those fold up
Yes.
e-bikes. Okay,
Correct,
so
correct.
all right, let's watch this again. We see him. He's coming from afar.
So
If you're
this is-
listening to the podcast, it's a dark street.
Mm-hmm.
You see a motorcycle. Well, it looks. Well, you would think it's a motorcycle. It's just a glowing light driving towards you, and then all of a sudden you see he kind of loses it. Boom! Hits a manhole right over the front bars, face first. Now, is he okay? Because first off, what I saw were sparks. There are actual sparks on this when he hits the ground.
That's how hard his face hit that.
Look at that.
pavement.
Bike to manhole action.
Okay, now it looks like the sparks are hitting. So that might be the bicycle maybe hitting the sparks. But you said you thought it was the
Yeah.
blunt in his mouth, maybe.
I think he has something in his mouth.
Oh, okay, so-
He's driving
Now-
said bicycle.
if I would be okay with this if he had kept the blunt in his mouth. But it seems since he lost it, he's lost all.
That would have been a real good save. No
This is
brags
about-
here.
We're saying like lap 2. So he's already driven up and down the street. You see me there. I just put my hands on my head and walk away. So I had a conversation with him, and I'm telling him, be careful. You've been drinking. This gentleman is also the one that rides motorcycles and stuff, so he knows how to ride. And as we're
Could have
riding,
fooled me.
he's riding up and
Looked
down
like
the
my
street.
dad riding motorcycle.
Yeah. So he knows.
Whoa.
See how you spotted out the manhole?
yeah.
He lives across the street. He knows where the manhole is.
Well, you got to. I mean, you kind of because you know me. I love my bird scooters, and so you got to be kind of loose on those, kind of with your you have a built-in suspension kind of in your knees. You got to use your cartilage a little bit in those bumps.
Rock with the bump.
Exactly.
Yes.
And he just straight up just says, I'm going to go lean into it. I'm going to lean as hard as all my weight as I can on this front thing. Now, does this have a front brake on it? Did he hit the front brake? You think was the mistake, or
His theory is that as he hit the manhole, he hit the front brake. Our point of view was he hit the manhole and the bike went down.
wish I could zoom and
Hard.
see.
It looks like he started going kind of slower, and because he's slow, you can see he does the death wobble almost with his
Yes.
handlebars.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know
Total
why,
wipeout.
I don't know why he chose to run that manhole over.
Hit it, Dan.
Look at this.
Right,
Love
he's
it. I
on
could
the
watch
good
this
side of
100
the street.
times.
He goes center.
I feel like he almost makes it over.
He tried.
Does it turn? That's why I wish we could zoom to see if the wheel hits and turns, or if he hits the brake, if he panics.
Yeah, so it hits, and I do see the front wheel turn. I couldn't see that he hit the brake because after that, I kind of ran up to him, made sure he wasn't bleeding, and I just continued laughing. It was
Good friend. Get in the laugh, but you're the minute medic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
He's all good.
Okay?
The good news is he's okay.
He
Though.
walks away without a scratch, of course.
One more
of course.
time.
All right.
Drunk luck. You always, never the injuries on the drunk.
It's like he gets the first tire over, and it's a big bump, and that's what
It is
launches him
so
off.
my street is getting redone, and so it got milled down. The manhole is sticking up a little more than it should.
Yeah.
Because they still need to come in and put another layer.
Oh, it's one of those.
Street down.
Oh,
yes.
then I didn't notice that. Oh, so he gets a pass then, because you fuck a car up on one of those things.
Okay, that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
true. If you've never been on said
true.
street,
He does know that's his
lived
street. He knows
across this. He sat on that porch and watched that manhole for 5 hours, and then decided to
beers.
bite it.
Now, do you want to see a man on a bike?
Yeah.
All right, watch
Whoa.
this.
Got a man?
Watch this. I got a real man on a bike right here. Watch this. That was me on Larry's bike, on Larry's scooter. He let me ride it. Here one more time, Dan. Look at this. Now you'll notice I had one leg down because I was actually afraid of falling. Because I'm a
That's
big
top
puss.
speed.
I thought Larry looked ridiculous rolling up in the flats, but I'm sorry, you might have topped him.
I look
So good.
ridiculous on that. I don't look. Oh no, I look.
Your knees are almost hitting the dash,
I look
if you could call it that.
I look sweet AF.
So-
I think I look
so
awesome.
good. It's so good.
I think Larry has. I think you see that thing behind my butt there. I think I can take that out.
You
Oh,
can
Larry
scoot
can
it
sit on the
yeah.
back.
So I
or
can-
maybe you.
Oh yeah, I would. I'd ride with Larry. I'm man enough to ride on the back of that thing. I'll ride.
Would you
bitch.
guys remake that
Too
Kim and
tall.
Kanye old like music video?
That'd be
I would do that in a second. I would love that. That's a shark. That's one for shark right there. I think we just.
That's some after hours content.
Well, I think there's a scooter in my future. I said to B1 the other day. I said, why haven't you got me a scooter yet? You know, I bought you a car at one point in life. Why haven't you bought me a scooter yet? What the fuck? It's not a lot of give and take around here.
Use it 3 months of the year.
Has Larry made you a scooter guy?
Yeah,
I've always wanted to have a scooter. I've been talking
you're
about
f-
scooters for years.
Right, the bike story with your dad. He
Yeah, you
never
couldn't
thought
get a
you were
bike.
good enough.
Yep. No, I
Oh.
was not. Well, I'm too. Well, that's what I thought
Clumsy.
it was. He sounded too. No, not clumsy. How dare you, Allie? How dare you?
You pulled in very well.
I'm not clumsy at all. I'm sweet AF. How dare she?
too sweet for a scooter.
No.
They're fun. They're fun.
I'm too reckless, is what he
Yeah.
said. You'll drive too fast and kill yourself. You're too cool and fast.
Fast and clumsy.
That's
Got it.
right. Penis is too small. You like to drive fast. No. Did you guys hear about Deshaun Watson?
Correct.
Did you know that he's a quarterback on our team?
I've
Have
heard
you heard
that.
of this story? Are you familiar with quarterback?
That's past my mind.
Yeah, I imagine
I think I
you're
kind of heard about that.
you're in tune to this, Allie. I'm sure, being a woman,
Oh no, bigger football fan. No.
bigger football fan. Well, that's actually an interesting question. I know you are a football fan, the Browns in particular. And you guys, I've mentioned on here that I've had my issues with the way the Browns handled this whole investigation.
by throwing money at it.
Their bullshit ass. We looked at his side of the story and we thought it was cool. So we didn't
Thought
even
it was
need,
worth
we-
all of the dollars.
we didn't even need to talk to the other 25 people that make involved. Just the one person. We believe that person. We don't even need to go talk to
They
them.
had a sit-down lunch at like a cheesesteak factory.
Cheesecake.
Right?
That's
Had a
good.
sit-down lunch. Like, oh yeah, that's cool, bud. We got you.
Wrong quarterback, Lou. Wrong Browns
Same
quarterback.
franchise.
Same team. Wrong quarterback.
I thought
They
had
both
passed
like
it.
puss though, apparently. Now, Deshaun Watson, if in case you've been living under a rock today and you didn't hear, the NFL has released, well, Judge Sue Robinson released her report on the Deshaun Watson findings. And I saw a tweet from Ian Rappaport earlier. Dude works on, I don't know, he's on NFL Network. He's all over the place. One of those NFL guys. He said that the findings led to a 6-game suspension with this conclusion. Now, there's a bunch of words in here. It's a bunch of gobbledygook. Did you put that tweet up?
Yeah.
You did? I couldn't.
Which
I was
one did
looking
you?
over
I'm sorry,
here.
Ian Rappaport?
Yeah, that was the main one. That he was the one that had like the actual deets in there.
Is that it?
No, that's the one about his.
This one.
Yeah, that's the one, and it's a little hard to read all that, I guess. But the Browns, with this, Sue Robinson said the NFL may be a quote forward-facing organization, but it is not necessarily a forward-looking one. Just as the NFL responded to violent conduct after a public outcry, so it seems the NFL is responding to yet another public outcry about Mr. Watson's conduct. At least in the former situation, the policy was changed and applied proactively. Here, the NFL is attempting to impose a more dramatic shift in its culture without the benefit of fair notice to, and this is a bunch of legal gobbledygook. But basically, she says, Mr. Watson's hereby suspended for 6 regular season games without pay, although this is the most significant punishment ever imposed on an NFL player for allegations of nonviolent, she puts in there, sexual conduct. Mr. Watson's pattern of conduct is more egregious than any before reviewed by the NFL. Recognizing that the only discipline mentioned in the CBA is a fine or a suspension, I nevertheless believe it appropriate for Mr. Watson to limit his massage therapy to club-directed sessions and club-approved massage therapists for the duration of his career.
She had to get that advice in there.
And so impose this mandate as a condition to his reinstatement. Mr. Watson is to have no adverse involvement with law enforcement and must not violate any more additions to that policy. So basically saying
he's on football probation.
Here's a little slap on the wrist for what we decided is the most egregious nonviolent offense. I love the word. This is the most egregious thing, but we're going to give him the smallest thing we can give him.
She publicly said she wished she could give him more time, but she wanted it to be consistent across like what other people have been given. Because it wasn't violent,
fair,
because everyone
correct.
else has beat the crap out of someone.
Right. Well,
I
Ray
guess.
Rice in particular.
Yes,
I think that's the in particular. I'd say Ray
I
Rice.
think
is
the more
what they're-
important part is that they paid off everyone who was an accuser by the time any of this had gone to trial.
Well,
So
the
there's like
Browns-
only 4 or 5 people left to
I guess,
really.
Well, and the Browns did by proxy, I guess, through because Deshaun paid. They paid
Somebody
these
got
people
paid
off.
off to just disappear.
Well, Deshaun Watson paid them off. He
Yeah.
settled
Oh, he
all
had
the.
to,
I mean,
yes.
payoff. I guess is that's the.
Came out of his pay.
Yeah, well, he settled. He
Yes.
settled out of court with them.
Right.
He gave them a lot of money to make.
Well,
them
harder to make a case when you have a lot less people to hear from.
Well, that, and I then believe that there's probably all sorts of, you can't gag orders and do not, whatever disclosures,
Some
whatever those
NDAs
things
in
are.
there. Oh yeah.
Now they've signed them. Yeah.
So there's a.
That is just.
I'll be honest with you. I'm very conflicted about this.
Yeah, you see, he's not getting any fines. His biggest fine is just no pay. But our contract with him is almost kind of like a salary. So is it really going to be affected at all? Is
The
it
contract
based-
is he is not going to really. I had the numbers up.
I don't think it's is any of his pay game based? There's a lot of flat pay to him, right?
Well, no. The way it works this year is, God damn, put that tweet back up. Actually, 'cause- here it is. So under his old contract, he would have lost $11.67 million from a 6-game suspension. Now it's $345,000 based on his new base salary as part of his Browns deal. So because he only makes I think he's only making $1 million this first season.
So he's only losing a third of that million.
Is
Really?
that this one?
Yeah. So that's it. So the Browns completely made this thing. That's why I'm conflicted about with the Browns, because the Browns made this entire contract knowing that he was going to lose time this year. So they ended up, they wrote all the terms so this guy would get the lightest fine possible. He wouldn't be paying out the nose. So I guess you're right. They did kind of enable him to be able to pay all those girls in those settlements because he's got all this extra money. I mean, I think he has a $240 million or $230 million deal. Something like that.
The whole thing was set up this way, right?
Yeah.
Like the first year was going to be kind of low. So if anything like this happened.
Yes.
he would-
That was part of my frustration with the Browns, was how just absolutely just disgusting they were in everything they did. I mean, I get it, but the football fan in me loves every bit of it.
You're split.
Yes, the
you're
football fan in me is like, God, what great moves.
What's
They're
side?
like, who cares about the rest of the world? We want to win. And that's what I've been wanting the Browns to do for so long. So, but now it's at the detriment to others, basically, I guess I would say, potentially. I don't know. It sucks as a Browns fan,
You got to walk a
I have it so hard here. Don't you guys get how hard this is for me? Man, I mean, listen to this. Listen, it says what she wrote here. With respect to whether the contact was intentional, the matter of intent generally must be inferred from circumstantial evidence in the absence of an admission. In this case, Mr. Watson reached out to women whose professional qualifications were unknown and unimportant to him. He insisted on using a towel, increasing the probability of exposure. He insisted on having the therapist focus on areas of his body that not uncommonly triggered erections. And he engaged in this pattern of conduct multiple times. I find this sufficient circumstantial evidence to support the NFL's contention, not only that contact occurred, but that Mr. Watson was aware that the contact probably would occur, and that Mr. Watson had a sexual purpose, not just a therapeutic purpose, in making all these arrangements with these particular therapists. So he didn't care if you've ever touched another human being ever again. If you got your massage therapist degree yesterday, you could be doing it in the back of a dumpster. I really don't care. But are you cool with me getting a bony while I'm wearing my towel? You
Things
okay
happen.
with that? It seems like that's what he's looking for. And then she continues on to say, finally, I find that the NFL has produced sufficient circumstantial evidence to prove the last prong of the test. Wait, let me rephrase that. Finally, I find that the NFL has produced some circumstantial evidence to prove the last prong of the test, that Mr. Watson knew such sexualized contact was unwanted. Oof. Of course, there is no indication on the record that even experienced therapists want such contact, and Mr. Watson certainly did not seek out the most experienced therapist. Moreover, there is credible evidence that one of the therapists expressed her discomfort of the unwanted contact to Mr. Watson during the sessions, and another of the therapists ended the session early. Given that none of these therapists accepted Mr. Watson's invitation to engage in further therapy sessions, I find the evidence sufficient to demonstrate that Mr. Watson knew or should have known that any contact between his penis and these therapists was unwanted.
They had to put the penis in there, huh?
Well, I think that's to really drive home that he was really showing them his dick.
That was the main.
Yeah,
his main focus of massage.
No, and that's why I was joking around saying about how bad I have it. No, these poor women had it horrible, and now they're getting. I don't know. I just.
What do you do? What do you do? You sell your soul again? And again?
I feel like I'm selling my soul being a Browns fan. Almost, I really do. That's can't put it any better right there. At this point, I feel like continuing to support this team with him as their quarterback. And I don't want to sound like some sort of self-righteous, I'm a dad and I've got a daughter to worry about, or
I got a conscience.
think about my mom. No, I just genuinely think, we've come to the point where it's like, you're selling your soul. You really are, Lou. There's no other way I guess that's the best way to put it in my mind, because you're selling your own morals to root for your favorite football team. And that's,
I mean, are the Browns inherently the only problem here? Is it really the NFL that is enabling all of these cases time and time again? They continue to just diminish. And the only person I've ever heard of getting any kind of punishment has been Colin Kaepernick, and all he did was fucking kneel. So.
Well, he got, removed pretty much. I mean, he doesn't exist anymore.
He got ostracized,
in the NFL.
blacklisted. He's gone. And he's gotten the worst punishment of any NFL player ever. I don't even think Ray Rice got it this bad.
Well, his career ended. He never played again after that. But, you can see, here's a video of the fans. This is after today's announcement. You can see the fans are really upset. Here's them at training camp with Deshaun Watson. That was you, Dan. Yep, there you go. So they look they hate him, huh?
They look miserable.
Yeah, they're really upset and conflicted. Look at that.
He looks so happy.
Now, wouldn't you? If you just only got 6-game suspension, you only got to pay I don't know, how much was it? Nothing, $345,000 as opposed to $11 million.
Yes.
You get a slap on the wrist and everybody's still cheering your name. I would be in a pretty good mood too. He's
only got a game suspension. He's still allowed to be a part of the franchise. He's still allowed to go out and practice every day with the team. He's still allowed to represent us.
Now,
He's
how does
not
that
punished
make you
at
feel
all.
as a Browns fan? Are you done with the Browns? Are you going to continue to support the team?
I said what I said. I'm pretty over the NFL as a whole.
Oh, really? So as a whole, you're just done watching football.
They really
period.
have not once stood up the way they should.
Well, the NFL still has the opportunity to do that. They've not officially. They could appeal this ruling, and there are a lot of people out there, Ellie, who, because of exactly you being a female and a female NFL fan, the NFL has a huge female fan base, and they're really, really, really trying hard to grow that more, especially as the NFL tries to go global. They really want to make sure they have a lot of female fans too. So their opportunity to look good for the female fans is right now.
Yep.
And they could come down hard and say, you know what? We're still going to suspend this guy for a year. I mean, they could do whatever and the NFL. Well, the NFLPA came out the other night claiming that we wouldn't appeal anything. We're going to just go with the ruling or whatever. Well, I don't know. Did they say they wouldn't appeal the NFL? Just they wouldn't appeal Sue?
They wouldn't appeal.
I don't remember.
I think
even.
There was a
more
general
blanket,
statement
yeah.
all parties wouldn't appeal
So many-
because Watson and the Browns are allowed to appeal as well.
Yeah, so many layers of it. But the Browns did make a statement. The D and Jimmy Haslam. That's D's the wife of Jimmy. They own it together, I guess. Throughout this process, Deshaun I wish I could do a Tennessee accent. I really can't do it. Throughout this process, Deshaun and his representatives have abided by the newly created and agreed upon process for the NFLPA and the NFL to defer to the objective judge, Sue L. Robinson, to comprehensively review all information and make a fair decision. We respect Judge Robinson's decision and at the same time empathize and understand that there have been many individuals triggered throughout this process. We know Deshaun is remorseful and that this situation has caused much heartache to many, and he will continue the work needed to show who he is on and off the field, and we will continue to support him. Statement from D and Jimmy Haslam on Deshaun Watson. Now, that's a bunch of bullshit. They're just, Deshaun Deshaun and his representatives have abided by the newly created and agreed upon process. Yeah, we get it. He sat back and said, I'll sit back. I'll listen.
Yeah.
Sure. What else is he going to fucking do?
You can't do shit.
He already sat out of here. What's he going to do now?
I thought that was the main reason he got sent to the Browns, was just like punishment. Like, you do bad, you go to Cleveland.
Right.
It's so fucked up.
Almost
that way. Like,
Texans were kind of at that point were borderline one of the worst organizations, I guess, too. But we respect Judge Robinson's decision. Yeah. And at the same time, empathize and understand that there have been many individuals triggered throughout this process. Triggered. That's called victims of sexual assault, reliving what they're going through on a very public scale because your quarterback allegedly did it to almost 30 people and tried it maybe with 60 people over 17 months. That's a good one. And again, I'm not trying to be some self-righteous dad. I got a daughter. I'm not doing that.
it's the numbers are shocking. Yeah.
It's just too much. You just you got to, what do you believe in at that point? How do you sleep at night? Well, I don't know. Browns win a Super Bowl. I'm going to sleep good.
In a big ass bed.
Allie's rolling her eyes. She's going to throw up.
Smile.
Zach, you're on another dumb show. What's up, Zach? Oh, hold on, Zach. Hold on. It's just
Hi,
too much.
Zach. Sorry. Start over. Oh, hi, Zach. What's up?
What
You're
do you
on another dumb
believe in
show.
at that
Hold on.
point?
Hold
How
on.
do you sleep at night? Well, I don't know. Browns.
Hold on. Sorry. Larry broke something. He was in here.
That's right.
He remote jumped in from Venezuela, and they screwed something up. So sorry about that, Zach. What's up, dude?
No problem. What's up, guys?
How are you, dude?
I'm good. Wanted to call in and talk about the Watson thing.
Yes. What would you like to say about it?
I kind of agree with Allie with the fact that it's an NFL problem other than just a Browns problem, because there were a number of teams that were in the lottery for him, and the Browns just gave him the best deal. I mean, someone was going to sign him. He's a good, great talent and a good caliber quarterback. So
that is true. That is true.
Not easy to come by in the league.
That's true. But if you remember, Zach, going back to the whole kind of Deshaun Watson derby that was going on, the Browns were out, right? There were all these teams that were battling over them, and it was, every day we'd hear a new team would be in and a new one be out. Well, Deshaun was out, or the Browns were out at one point, and then all of a sudden they were
we were signing him. That like we were just the team that was going to sign him, and the only reason is because, in my opinion, and I don't know this, because I think it's because the Browns, somebody in the Browns said, "Look, we can sell our souls to the devil and give him a $1 million salary for the first year, guarantee all his money, and he'll lose no money when all these suspensions come down, and we're going to look like shit, but we're going to end up winning 4 Super Bowls." So, what do you think, Jimmy? Sure. So I think that's where the Browns kind of take a little bit more of responsibility in this than just the NFL. The rest of the NFL.
I agree, but I mean that's a good front office move for your team and for your organization.
I know, Zach.
And the Browns only had the choice to make this,
Zach. That's
because the NFL let him be up for dibs the next year. They didn't make him sit out. They could have said you're indefinitely suspended, and you can't be traded.
There were no criminal charges. There were no criminal charges. What are they supposed to do?
The NFL is in control of the entire league. They can do whatever they want. They answer to no one.
There is a players' association, and they carry a pretty big stick, and you can't just go around.
I'm sure the NFL stick is bigger.
I don't know. It's like a police union. Same idea. They carry a pretty big stick, Allie, and they get away with a lot of stuff when they band together. There would be no
players' league or union or whatever if there was no NFL to play for.
That is true.
You
can't rely on these spin-off leagues. You're not going anywhere. You have to rely on the NFL.
They do have a monopoly in that sense. So you're making good points. Good points. So I don't know. I don't really know where to go on this, because Zach made it really. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it. I don't know where to go because he said he's right. The football fan in me has a huge big boner for all of this. It's like, correct. This is what you do. You make these moves to get the guy there. Now he's here, and I feel like crap about it. It's hard to want to, you can't enjoy it, and it sounds so shitty to say it that way because of the reasons why you can't enjoy it. Because there are 30 people who are potentially, well, I don't even know what the words are now, who he tried to show his dick to, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how to say it. It sounds
I can
like
only
that's what
see that guy doing happy baby pose now, like that when
what's that?
video? Isn't that what he
yoga
got
pose.
Caught for?
No, what's the happy baby pose? What is that?
Oh, it's when you got both your legs up in the air.
I'm not familiar with that.
I thought that's what he got accused of.
Let's get a lay down. Let's see it.
Let's get
it. Let me get a happy baby.
Right,
I know.
Somebody besides Dan. He's on the Dan. Set the camera and show.
I'll do a happy baby.
All right, let me see a happy baby.
Go right. You got to go over here by Darla.
Little Dougie right in between Dougie and Allie.
Give me and Doug a show.
Right on, little.
It's the happy.
Thank you, buddy. Oh, look at that.
Okay, happy baby. Now I get it. Okay, I see.
Right on.
Now that's what you pictured. This is what Dan sees Deshaun Watson doing on the massage table.
Right, just rolling on his back.
I thought that's what he got accused of, was doing happy. Everybody was saying what he was doing. Everybody was
bending his knees, showing. He wanted.
That's what he likes.
I didn't know that. And auto completed. How did I miss this? That was the pose he was doing.
That was
it's an important detail.
It was his go-to pose.
Because the lady that they pulled a picture up here, the picture that pops up here.
Should I switch?
You can't keep a straight face and know this.
Oh wait, that's
wrong one. So just the screen. There you go.
I got it. This one.
This is pretty good.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
She's got better hammies than Dan, but yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen from there with Dan or with Deshaun Watson. If the NFL is going to come out in the next couple days and they're going to rule on it and say, we're going to do longer because we want to keep our female fans happy. I'm not really sure. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the NFL? What do you think, Allie?
I think we'll be starting Brissett. That's for sure.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you think,
we're not.
Well, yeah, for 6 games.
We're gonna
at
have
least.
a rough first 6 games and then some. That's.
Do you think that we'll? Do you think the NFL is gonna? You want? How long? You want him gone? You just want him?
I have had a bad taste in my mouth since all of this Watson crap came up. It kind of just felt like a way for the Browns to get rid of Mayfield and stay in the news.
Well, no, Deshaun Watson is like. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, we wanted to be relevant. We wanted to be in the news.
Well, no, we want to win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Sure. You can't win Super Bowls with no quarterback.
We can't win Super Bowls with Baker Mayfield.
Unfortunately.
Sadly.
You could have bionic manned him maybe for that many million, billion, trillion dollars. So.
Could have Tom Brady him. That would have been sweet. Now, Allie, I do have a question for you.
Sure.
I was on Twitter.
Oh. Only dark things on the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And loud things.
I saw you'd liked something of mine. And I realized, I'd never really looked in any Allie's tweets.
Uh-oh.
I thought, I'm gonna go
Should have
peek.
privated that.
Let me go peek through these.
I knew when
tweets
Mikey
here.
found my Twitter, it was time to shut that down.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I saw a couple of them that were concerning. Couple of them. Couple tweets that concerned me.
Do tell.
Well, three of them. One of them was me. One was worried about my pocketbook because I'm DJing their wedding. And Allie was tweeting. I lost the tweet, but it's somewhere along the lines of saying, how come nobody's giving me an engagement party? I said I want an engagement party and nobody picked up on the fact that I want an engagement party. What
That
the
is
fuck?
Awesome.
I had one Bridezilla moment, okay?
That is-
And then at the second half of the tweet is seriously considering eating my deposits and eloping.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't like
no
that.
one
I
will
don't-
let
yeah,
me
I
do
don't like
that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a big
I
mistake.
was
Don't do
supposed to
that.
start, gig working, and now I'm here.
Don't do
So
that. Good luck. Now,
might have to set up one of those accounts online,
2 days ago, Allie tweets. That's what, Saturday. Allie tweets. Can't wait to be complete. Now, Allie is a cryptic tweeter,
Okay, good.
much like your old pal Dom
I
here.
love these. I
This
love
is good because these are Fisher tweets. These
Yes.
are
Oh,
I
no.
could
these
just-
are fishermen. She's
Yes.
some. I'm pissed. I'm gonna throw this out and see who wants to fucking bite. Who wants to fight
Love
tonight?
this.
And she says, "Can't wait to be completely disappointed by the people I know once again." Laughing, smiling, crooked face. So can't wait to be completely disappointed by the people I know once again.
Every day. No, I'm kidding.
Dan.
I don't actually follow her Twitter, so I've never seen these before.
Okay, now
Don't-
this is really bad news then. This is ugly because now my ex-wife didn't follow me for a long time on Twitter. And that's where most of my complaining would be because I knew she wasn't on Twitter. So I would be
Gotcha.
complaining cryptically. Even if she did come across it, she wouldn't. I could say, no, it's not about you.
No,
Not about you.
Blake
Oh,
is saying
ever
it.
since
No,
we
it's
got
about the other people I
engaged, it's
complain
been
about not putting out.
roses over here.
Of
No
course, of
cryptic
course.
tweets about Dan since I got a ring on my finger.
All right. So then what people that you know are completely disappointing you?
Probably the people who are not throwing me an engagement party. Duh.
You're really stuck on that engagement party. You were hoping like a bridesmaid.
We've already
or-
missed the window. We've missed the window.
Yeah. So is an engagement party just a celebration of the fact that you two got engaged?
Yeah,
right?
and
Just
a lot of our friends have never met, so I thought it would be a good time for people to kind of meet before we force them to be friends for a big event. you know?
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So that's the purpose of an engagement party. Because I
In
actually
my
had,
eyes,
I
I
had
don't
no
know.
idea why anybody would have one of these.
Have
Fun
no idea.
barbecue. Plus, because we bought a house in COVID, nobody got to come like housewarming for us. So we're like,
Oh,
we have
okay.
like a low key barbecue. That's what I was hoping. But
All right.
nobody
I
even
think-
came through with hot dogs. I was bummed.
I think she was just planning on having friends over. I don't think she was like planning on a huge party or anything. Just friends that from both sides of the family I haven't really met before.
Okay. So I thought you were thinking like we'd like rent a little hall. We're having tables and stuff.
Throw
and
actual,
like,
actual.
yeah,
big
just like a little
party,
tight,
yeah.
not like an American Legion, not like a big
Gotcha.
like a
Right.
hall, like a little
VFW.
small one. You know, that's an
Honestly,
affordable little thing. Like you know, that's what I thought you
If the
meant.
people around me were planning everything, I would have probably had the whole wedding in like the back door, like back room of a church's bingo hall. So
Okay, well, there's
Gotcha.
nothing wrong with that. I've done those. There's nothing wrong with that. You can have.
there's a
great time
lot
there.
wrong with that. The acoustics,
Well, yeah, they sound.
it's
they
damp
just-
and kind of wet.
Sometimes they sound bad. Yeah, I give you that. But you know, the party can still be fun. It's
Smells
about
like
the party.
43 years of camels. Yeah.
Kids and
Yeah.
gross stuff. So okay, so disappointed that the people weren't.
I just been planning a whole wedding.
Now, if you just wanted a housewarming party too, you could also just said, "Hey, we're having a housewarming party / engagement party." So
Potluck.
all you assholes never have a potluck. Never, ever, ever. You have potluck. Don't ever eat anybody's potluck. Ever since I saw that, I think I brought this up the other day. The meme, people cooking in their bathtub.
Yes.
People cook their potluck in their bathtub. Don't do it. Don't eat potluck food anywhere you go. Don't do it. Just a warning. You never
PSA.
never know where they got cooked in. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean or
I'm
rude.
not gonna lie. We're talking about this topic, and now my phone is blowing up with naysayers.
Oh,
so
no.
we got a lot of family friends
Oh,
watching this.
everybody's upset. that
Everyone's
they-
feeling really
Oh,
accounting.
I let you down,
Yeah,
Ellie. I'm
good.
sorry.
Everyone's like, I feel very accountable now that you put me on blast on your podcast
Shots
show.
fired.
Oh, I don't think
Shots
anybody in
fired.
particular was called out. So if they're feeling that way, that might be your own insecurity.
Maybe you'll have to call in if you're feeling slighted.
Your lack of insecurity about how you are treating Dan and Allie's wedding.
Right?
Yeah, I said you could make it Labor Day, Memorial Day. You guys didn't even have to be just about us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a backyard barbecue shindig. I feel like
I
that's
already
pretty
have
easy to throw,
croquet.
right?
I was like, come
Yeah.
on.
Is it that you're worried? Could it be they don't think you'll know how to have a good time because you also went on to tweet
Oh,
5
well,
hours ago today. Today, 1:30 p.m. today, this afternoon.
why am I so giddy over
Allie
here?
has been on one. No wonder Dan hung out in the fucking.
That's what I was
the
just
whole
gonna say.
weekend. He was making music. He was like, I gotta wait for this
Fuck
fucking girl. Oh my
this.
god.
I got
Tweets
no
are gonna be about
attention
me.
this weekend. No.
Put these headphones on and
Yep.
strap this guitar on.
She's because Dan's been hearing this. Yeah, I've been told him I want to bring somebody. Why do you want to have an engagement party? He goes, nobody. Why do people think I want to have an engagement party? Dan, Dom mentioned something about some beds. I think I'm gonna go get the bed. So 5 hours ago, Allie tweets, "It's like nobody thinks you'd like to have a good time until they see you have a good time. Maybe you just don't bring out the best in me." 2 of them, double. Who knows?
Oh.
So, okay, a lot to unpack here.
Damn, don't make me.
It's like nobody thinks you like to have a good time until they see you have a good time. Dan's nodding his head almost as if he knows what this might be in relation to. No?
No,
He's-
honestly, I have
Dan's-
no clue.
No, okay, Dan has no clue. All right, that's good because you don't want this, because I was worried that Dan's been walking around saying, like, maybe Allie's been moping around or something, maybe she's
Yeah.
going through it this weekend, it sounded like.
Yeah.
And he was like he asked to go out and do something. Maybe she didn't want to do it. And he's like, you know what? You never want to have a good time.
Oh.
Can I just say one thing?
Something along those. I'm just saying it. But then for her to say, maybe you just don't bring out the best in me. Now, that's what I was worried. I go, boy, I hope this isn't about Dan. What are you going to say, Dan?
We had the best weekend.
Oh,
We
had the
did. We
greatest
did.
good.
weekend.
All right, good. All right, good. Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
I'm two-faced over here. I'm having like cryptic ass good time on the Twitter.
No, that's all right. You're allowed. That's what once I learned Twitter wasn't a happy space and it was a place for people to be assholes, I went, oh, okay, cool. This
You
is
should
where
go deeper on my Twitter, man.
I didn't really go
If Dan
that
had
far.
a Twitter, he would have found out 3 weeks ago we were getting a cat before I told him.
Oh,
Because I definitely
I
tweeted
did-
it out like, fuck, forgot to tell my fiance
Yeah,
we're
that
getting
was-
a cat.
Can't do that. But I did end up with a dog without anybody really asking.
Yeah,
so
the
I
day we
can't-
started the show, I got a third cat. So been racking that one out.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise, Dan. He wasn't home for a week, so I was feeling very lonely.
No, this is a beautiful attempt at a deflection.
Yes.
But I'm not, I was not apt for a squirrel moment, and I've kept myself on track.
I tried to make you
job, buddy.
bite.
I know that. So who thinks you don't like to have a good time?
I think a lot of people don't think I'm a drinker. Shocker. I'm here every day.
Yeah.
Drunk as shit. And I love having a good time when nobody invites me out for a Saturday except my bestest of friends. Shout out, you know who you are. You're watching.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we went to Elton John this weekend. I'm not
Oh,
going to
you
lie.
did?
Oh,
Yeah, we
that's-
got our friends very nicely just invited us. They're like, "Hey, you got any plans? Some of our
Top
family
shelf.
dropped out, and we want to invite you to go see Elton John."
That's huge. Because
Some
now,
extra tickets, yeah.
now tell me if I'm nuts. Thank you very much, Doug. My ex-wife, for whatever reason, she for some reason decided she was going to try to find things for me to do with the boys this week. Every once in a while she'll do this. She'll just like start
Plan.
telling me things that they're going on.
Curated a
Tell-
weekend for
Ah,
you.
there-
She'll
I do
tell
like
them
that.
things that are going on to tell me, which
Yes.
then kind of puts it on me to have to almost do it a little bit.
It kind of reminds me, though, of you and some Philly cheesesteaks on a corner.
I did kind of make her do that. You're right.
Yeah.
I did kind of force them
Well,
to do that
it's
on their trip.
payback,
You're right.
Because
That's
it
right.
sounds like
Okay.
you're getting it.
Touche. Okay. Good point, Ellie. All right. Damn it.
Couldn't slip one past it.
No, I thought I did. So no. Sorry, my left ear just stopped working again.
Poke it.
Jam it some more. That's good.
It's so weird. so weird. It'll just stop. It'll be fine, and then it just stops working, and just can't hear anything.
You got
all
a
of
little
sudden.
short in there. We're gonna take you apart and try to fix
No,
that.
no, it's not the headphones. It's
No,
my
it's your
hamburger
ear. We know.
ear.
Your actual ear is short.
Now I'm having a squirrel moment. So your friends didn't want to drink with you. One friend did, but another friend didn't.
Oh, no. We had a great time with our friends this weekend. We had a blast.
Oh, Elton John.
Everybody
You went
was
to Elton John.
Yeah.
Hold on, I forgot about it. So my ex-wife, the thing she wanted me to do was have my kids and I. She said, just drive there. You could pay $30 to park, and then walk and sit outside of the stadium and listen
That kind of concert. Yeah. The outside grass
with a
picnic concert.
13-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Yeah, get that Doppler effect because it's bouncing off the stands and then at you for the free sound.
I was like, why in the world would you suggest this? Why would you suggest this to them? Like, I was just like, so I went, okay, guys, okay. So I agreed to it.
No, you didn't.
You
Well,
were there with us.
Well, then I looked up the set list and what time everything was going to start. Like you can look and see what the tour was and
Yeah,
everything. And I said I went, all right, this is a 2.5 hour show. I think I'm not sitting outside of a stadium for 2.5 hours. I'm just not doing it. So I shouted down to the younger one who's more into it. I said, what is your favorite Elton John song? The one you want to hear the most tonight?
Okay.
Name one.
And he says to me,
The one.
I don't know. I just like them.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And I said, wait a minute. You can't tell me one you want to hear? Well, I like them. And I go, you don't know one name of one Elton John song, do you? He's like, well, I could sing along with them, but I don't know any of the actual songs. And I was like, okay, well, fine. Pick one that you like, sing me a song, and I'll tell you what time it is, and we'll go try to hit that one song. We'll try to get there maybe to listen to 20 minutes of songs. Maybe we'll catch that one.
Okay.
And he was like, I can't really pick one. And he goes, and by the way, how long would all this take?
Good question,
And
son.
I said, my ears perked up, and I went,
Good question,
I
son.
said, geez, we'd probably be there a good 3.5 hours. And he said, oh, yeah, no, I don't think I want to do that. All our friends are on GTA Online.
Oh.
It's Criminal Enterprises just came out.
Correct,
So
Do they ever go to concerts?
We're going to do
they
a
know?
heist. No, they have no idea what. No, they have no clue. They've never been to one. So
You just talk them right out of it.
well, I just hate that she got them all into Elton John. What I say, Lil John?
Oh,
Did I say Lil John?
Oh, no.
No, that's
I
probably
just
what they
got
wanted to go
weddings
see.
on the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they were not. That thank God that didn't happen. But so you got invited to go. You went to Elton John. How was it?
It was
Was
amazing.
it awesome?
It was
Rocket Man good?
fantastic.
What do
Great.
you open with? What do you end with? Do you remember?
He opened with
Benny.
Was it
Benny
Benny?
and the
Okay.
Jets,
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You were on that one. Okay. Because there was
Tiny
a couple.
Dancer was so early.
You had two
was
different
really early.
set lists for this. So you got the one that started with Benny, and then you didn't get the Philadelphia Freedom one, did you?
I don't even think that
so.
got played. No.
And then what do you end with?
Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah, of course,
Goodbye.
of course,
Yeah.
of course,
Well,
of
that
course.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest though, the encore was maybe the weirdest part of the whole show because, like I said, Tiny Dancer was really early, like
Yeah.
first 30 minutes, and also was Rocket Man. So you're like, okay,
Oh.
Rocket Man was like
what's it
second
going to
or
go
third
out
song.
with?
Really?
Right. So
What's that leave you with? Can you feel
yeah.
the love tonight?
No, so he left right before the encore with Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
yes, it is a Saturday. You're loving it. You're
Sure.
drunk. You're like,
Probably
yes.
should have started with that.
It was a
Wouldn't have been
good
bad.
banger to get
Yeah.
those claps to come back out. He
Nice.
comes back out and does Cold Heart, the Dua Lipa song.
Oh, I heard
the
about
Dua
that.
Lipa
Oh,
song.
Oh.
What?
I saw that, and then I saw
What?
was Levon one of the as a
He had to sing the random other guy who's not Dua Lipa or Elton John on the song's part while he played piano. And then the chorus was just everyone singing it in the stadium, which was a fun experience. But you're like, it is
That's
Elton
weird.
John.
Now, did he sound weird at all? Was his voice good?
No,
or
he
is
sounded great.
Sounded
Oh,
I
good,
honestly
yeah.
thought he sounded really good.
Yeah.
Piano good, no
He
weird.
killed
They got a lot of
noises?
good gear, I'm
Yeah.
sure, on this tour.
Yeah.
He would never sound bad, but
That's-
he put on a great show.
That's cool.
good.
And
That's
so-
good.
Oh, let me tell you though, 2 different sick ass suits with sequins, big cat
That's
dad
what I
on the
wanted-
back.
That's what I
No,
wanted to hear.
huge cat on the back.
That's
I
cool.
loved it. I was like, yeah, he would be a cat guy. I love that.
That's yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. much of a dog. Maybe like a Darla kind of dog.
I don't want to
That's fun.
poo-poo his encore. He did play like 3 songs as the encore. It
I
was
thought
like
it was 5 actually. Didn't he
no,
go
it was only
only
3.
three?
Yeah,
Okay.
we
I think it was
got
3.
we got Cold Heart. We got your song, which tears,
Yeah, sure.
tears, crying like a. I tried to record it. It's just me crying, like screaming in the audience.
I wish you would have. That would have been good.
Just like yeah, and then
Why doesn't anybody think
yeah.
I'm fun?
yeah, no, but it was such a good time. I'm so glad we got to go.
So okay, so were you so you were drinking?
Oh
and
yeah,
you were having fun.
oh yeah.
So why the weird text today? Who thinks that you're no fun? Somebody were you
I
called
just
out
been
at the end of the
kinda
night for being a
feeling-
fuddy duddy?
I've been feeling in my ways. I've been feeling really stressed about all the wedding stuff, and I've been feeling kind of alone. So I guess I've been kind of cryptically tweeting. You
But
know.
that's a pretty specifically cryptic. It's
Well,
like
specific
nobody.
tag.
like I said, my
It's
friends who like to have
nobody.
friends with me.
I feel like one of her friends didn't invite her somewhere, and she's like, "Whoa, dude, I hang, I party."
I never.
What was the thing you got left out of? What didn't you get invited to?
You know
That's a
what?
good call. Lou. You
Sometimes
nailed
there's
it.
some good dive bar karaoke going down in my town on a
Yeah.
Good Friday, Saturday, and there's some friends of mine that just don't think I'm a Friday, Saturday friend.
They didn't bring you in the loop, huh?
No.
And that made you feel bad.
Yeah, Dan was sitting at home recording, mixing,
Yeah.
playing his little guitar. Sorry, big ass guitar on
Yeah, are you
Big
fucking
Friday
kidding
night.
me? Are you kidding me? How dare you?
Big ass Les
How
Paul.
fucking dare you? Kidding me?
But you know, I was just sitting at home in
Little
my
nothing
fields.
little about that.
I
Yeah.
must have been channeling my anger with this one. I like it.
I nobody wants to hang out and dance.
My fiance won't stop complaining.
Dance downstairs.
Come
I'm
on,
turning it up louder. And
what? Huh?
Like, yeah, when's dinner ready, babe? Thanks.
Yeah, your friend did what? No, I'm sorry. That makes you feel left out. That just happened to me. I just
I can understand.
my buddy had let not too while a couple weeks ago. I know kids with me, nothing going on, and I texted him. I said, "Hey, no kid, nothing going on. Let's hang out." Texted me, not really doing anything tonight. I see this motherfucker posting on Instagram. He's over at his other buddy's house.
Oh, those are great.
Mm.
I was like, this fucking guy.
What am I?
Always complains that I always have stuff to do. And the reason he can't hang out with me is because I got a wedding or I got my kids and I finally got neither. And then he blows me off for nothing. What looked to be a kid there involved too. A kid complains he can't hang out with me because I got kids. And then he goes and hangs out with some guy and his kid. The fuck?
that is messed up.
Yeah.
Oh.
The fuck? Bruh? You know who you are? Bruh?
Do you get hit with the, well, we would have invited you, but I know you don't like to do that.
I have gotten that before, but actually when people say that to me, I appreciate it because it's usually a hike or camping.
No, it's always made up.
Oh,
It's
see,
like
no.
you've came up with the excuse why you think it's okay not to invite me.
I'm pretty, well, people know me if it my friends know if it involves camping or hiking or like an outdoor thing, don't bother
I'm
asking
starting
me.
to wonder, am I a mean drunk? Is that
It
why they don't
happens.
invite me out?
Okay, now
Good.
that could be. Dan, does she ever get a little rowdy when she gets drunk? You'd know.
It really
Please
depends.
do not reference every time we drink with my parents because I will kick your ass after the show.
Well, I wasn't going to mention anything about that.
you
but,
said it yourself.
Oh,
So
right.
okay, what happens when you drink with your parents?
That's
then?
not me at all.
They drink too much and
Yeah.
they won't stop talking crazy. And
Oh.
I have to tell them why they're wrong. And then we get in a bickering fight and I end up leaving.
What is talking crazy? Like MAGA stuff?
No,
Oh.
no.
No, there's no MAGA stuff over there.
Although
There's
one
like-
time I
Yeah, I
did
didn't think
leave
so.
because they swore up and down they're liberals and they bought some guns and I was going off on them.
Mm.
But it's okay.
No, you could be liberal and have a gun. I'm liberal.
Not in my
I
book.
would like to have a gun, but I know I'll shoot someone, so I don't have a gun.
Maybe a
places where
musket.
you live where you want sometimes you want some guns and
It's yeah, I get it. I'm not
Like
a gun
the
guy,
hood.
but I get it. Yeah, if you like, Lou needs to have guns. Like me, Lou needs to have guns where he lives.
Or guys
so-
with guns around me.
Yeah. I mean, this. I mean,
First month my mom bought a gun. They had a story about how somebody jumped their fence and my dad's like, Amanda, get your gun. Like they're already threatening to shoot people. They had a gun a month.
Well, that's what it's for.
It's-
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
people
yeah,
buy
that's
guns.
why-
They want to
they're
shoot
ex-
people.
they're
hoping.
expensive.
They're hoping.
And I'm the out of touch one.
No, I'm the only honest person. I know that if I get a gun, I will shoot someone. That's why I cannot have one. I will shoot someone. I will lose my temper and I will shoot someone. There's no getting around it. Somebody will
I
breathe
agree.
on me wrong, and I'll just, you know what? Fuck you. Bang. And there, I'm gone forever.
I mean,
Just
kind
that
of dark.
fast.
I don't want a gun because I think I would just like probably get really depressed and kill myself sometime.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that. I've been down that
is-
road. I used to
I
feel
just-
that same way too.
I have an
but-
honest relationship with mental health. I think you don't know when you'll be at your worst, so why set yourself up for failure?
that's
True.
That's something good to have.
That
At least
is-
be aware.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
That is weird. So you, I know you said you battle ADHD and associated thing. And you told me the other day, now ADHD is considered being on the spectrum now?
Some people say and some people don't. It's a
Okay.
really like
Well, you're-
speculated
You
thing.
went to school for this. So what do they say at school?
I got my bachelor's. I'm not a psychiatrist.
But well, you learned about this kind of stuff
Sure.
at least.
Yeah. So it's considered enough of a neurological developmental disability that it does end up affecting you the same way as people on the autism spectrum. But
Mhm.
it's kind of like the last thing before the rest of the spectrum.
Affecting you meaning like your decision making or
They're very
just
similarly related. There's a lot of similar clusters of like you can be really frustrated and have anger bursts when you're ADHD that kind of mimics people who are on the spectrum. You know, you can have a lot of anxiety and stress that mimics other kind of peaks.
Am I on the spectrum is what you're trying to tell me now?
I'm no.
I'm going to just say anger. I'll blame it on that for everything. So Joe T saying ADHD isn't on the spectrum. So
It
Diz
depends who
said,
you're
damn,
asked.
it got dark. It's Allie. Allie doesn't fuck around, man. Somebody sent me a picture. It's actually a little funny, and I'm sure you've probably gotten this before, and it really probably bothers you. It was might not bother you. It was you superimposed next to Christina Ricci in the Adams Family, like Wednesday Adams.
I
Oh.
always
The way there was
got
a-
called Wednesday
Did you?
Adams in elementary school. I wish. Can I? It's too late to pull any pictures and get them up. I don't think Dan has access to my computer, but there's a great photo of me in third grade that is Wednesday Adams. Like
I kind
On
of see it.
spot.
Yeah, well, you could see. I wish I
Yeah.
would have had it pulled up because it's pretty.
very serious, morose 8-year-old eyes.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
So Dan,
No,
is this hard to deal with? Do you? I know because B1 and I would say. I don't know. I'd say we're equally crazy. We're equally crazy. Yeah, we're both nuts.
Yeah.
So Dan, you seem pretty normal and chill and level-headed. Do you have to help Allie through episodes or things like that sometimes?
I think honestly, we both help each other through different types of things. Sometimes,
Sure.
like,
Well, yeah,
honestly,
that's normal. Yeah.
I'll wake
sure,
up.
life stressors.
I'm not
but
suggesting that she's such a handful that you just have to deal with her all the time. I'm just, I meaning that I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying because there's times where, like you said, you have to help each other. But in this case, like where she'll, how does your ADHD manifest? Do you get manic about stuff, like, or you just
if I get
hyper-
really stressed out, I hyper obsess. Like I can only really focus for short bursts, so I will really hone in. Like I have to handle this. I have to handle this now. I had a huge issue earlier today, honestly, with my electric bill, and I just could not get the hell off the phone till it was done. I think I spent like 5 hours on the
Wow.
phone with them today
Yeah, like
because
2.
if I put it down, it'll be 3 weeks till I remember. Like I just have to hone in. It's insane.
Okay, all right. So when so it sounds Dan like you're just like, just let her do it. Kind of.
I mean, if she's really freaking out about it or something, then we'll talk it over and we'll kind of calm ourselves down and think logically. I think that's kind of what happens is we get so worked up about something. It's like it's hard to think
You're
logically.
really trying
and
to
the
make
right
it
thing
sound
do.
nice. Like honestly, when I have like, it's not so much any part of my ADHD, but like I get stressed if I have like a panic attack. Oh my God. I mean, like it's to the point where he's just like holding me while I have like panic sweats and I have to take all my clothes off because I'm getting the chills and then like I'm
Oh,
just
geez. I'm sorry.
hyperventilating.
That's
I've
awful.
honestly had hyperventilation.
So yes, the answer is yes. You have helped her through those
He
kind
is-
of things.
I've
That's-
hyperventilated so bad I popped all the blood vessels around my eyes and it looked like I had 2 black eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
From what?
Just crying and profusely like heaving so much. I think I was like hanging off a couch or hanging off a bed when I was crying, and just like the level of gravity, I popped all these blood vessels.
So okay, your head hanging off a couch. Do you know what you were upset about?
Honestly, I think it was back when we were in college, so just
I was going to say
college.
school.
School
I think
stuff?
that- yeah.
Just stress.
it was when that one teacher wouldn't let me use. I'm ADHD, so I'm supposed to have like an individualized education plan, and she did not want to let me take my tests in the like kids with needs test center.
And
I
it freaked you
cried.
out?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I was like, well, I don't know how to tell you I have a right to this, and she's like, well, I've had students with these rights before, and I don't care. And
Oh,
I just
that's a
broke
trigger.
down.
So does it trouble you when you see tweets like that, Dan?
I didn't even see him.
Well,
so
now
I
that
didn't-
you've heard it.
Now
Now
that I've
you guys
heard
know.
of him,
Right.
yeah, I kind of like, yeah, I'm curious and
Why didn't you talk to me
Yeah, why
about it
didn't
kind
you
of
talk-
stuff?
yeah. Since we've been doing this stuff, we've been super busy, so we haven't been,
Well,
you know,
now it's
talking
my
all the time.
fault.
No,
Way to
no,
go.
we had
Nice,
plenty of
real
time over the
nice. Now
weekend.
you got
and
dumbitis. You blame it for somebody else for
Beautiful.
something else.
But no,
Deflect.
I'm curious.
I bet that's it's troubling when you see somebody care about clearly upset about something like that.
Now I kind of get why Dan is so chill. Not to be insensitive, but it to me it's starting to fall together. It looks like they do have a good communication, but it's a rodeo. And Dad needs to go in there as a cowboy and rope his bull. Hey, boo, something's going on, right? And she's like, oh yeah, you okay? All right, and then it makes sense. It does.
Yeah, I
make
agree.
sense.
I
So
could see yeah, the yin to the yin to the,
The yin
yang,
to the yang,
as they
exactly,
say. So
yes.
because Dan is so not that you, but actually I have to say, Allie, you
He's quite
do a
level-headed.
very good job putting up a front. Like I would have never known had you not told me all these things. To be honest
I'm a
with you.
mess behind the curtains.
You do
yeah.
a good job. You're really good. Yeah, I would have
yeah.
never. Honestly, I truly. Damn, I B1 was right. I should have been watched out
That's
for
why
you.
it took
She
me
said,
so long to get diagnosed. I was so high functioning.
well, remember B1 said there's something about that alley.
Yes.
You
Watch
would
out
never
for-
guess that she shoved a candle.
I was just
somewhere
kidding.
else behind,
Of course, you're the one that brought that back up, you freak. Mikey, you're on another dumb show. What's up, bro?
What's up, guys?
Oh, how you doing, man?
Not too bad, man. I just woke up. I missed the first fucking 90 minutes of the show.
Just woke
Oh,
up.
shit.
What have you been doing? You on a
morning.
bender?
Dude, I swear to God, no, not at all. I got home. I was sitting on the couch. I was ready to watch the show, and I remember the intro just coming on, and then, boom, I woke up at 6:30.
So So you worked and then you came home and napped. I missed part of it. I got distracted for a second.
Yeah. I worked. I came home. I had therapy, and then I fell asleep. But the reason I was calling real quick is, one, you were talking about guns, and you can't have a gun because you kill somebody.
Yeah.
I'm right with you on that one. I would absolutely kill somebody within the first 24 hours of me having it.
Probably, yeah.
So I'll never have one. And then, Allie, I'm sorry you go through that. But as I was sharing last week, that's kind of what I was dealing with the girl that I was seeing. With the ADHD and a sleep disorder and just the hyper focus and just the breakdowns and stuff, it's a lot. So I'm sorry you got to go through that. Dan, you're a great guy for sticking by her side.
No, thanks, Mikey. He is a really good guy.
Thank you.
Now, Mikey, I don't know what just happened right there. I don't know if you did this on purpose to set me up for this email, but your Italian accent really jumped in there, you guy. I don't know if you know, but you really went in heavy for a minute. And it made me think about this email I got from a Joey DiCacaldo. Hey, ladies and gents, my name's Joey DiCacaldo. I'm Mike Guy's son, cousin. I subscribe to your show. I am enjoying the conversation, but I must admit, being I'm almost 60, I'm a bit older than youths. I'm not your typical old guy. I enjoy all types of music, but not much of a moviegoer because I hate hearing people chew. Anyways, thanks for bringing Mikey into your show. He's a great dude that I love very much. Continued success. Cousin Joey from Tennessee.
Oh my God, I fucking love you, cousin Joey. And I'll make sure I don't lip smack on the air anymore because I'm sure you really fucking love that.
Well, I have to say, I it made me laugh really hard when I saw that email because it just felt, just the way he wrote it and everything. I felt like, does he sound like that? Because I feel like that's how he sounds.
He does. He
Okay.
does. He's got that gift of gab, but he's a giant bear of a human being. He's the type of guy that you walk up to and it looks like he's going to kill you, but he just hug you to death. But yeah, he's that Italian cousin who hugs you and kisses you every time and tells everyone he loves them every day.
That's great. I love guys like that.
He's the best, man.
I love guys like that. I think that's why Mikey and I get along in part because I wish I was an Italian guy from one of those big Italian families. Man, I'd love that. Oh, yeah. I would fit right in there in one of those families, man. Because one day
You do fit
y'all,
right in, man.
y'all love each other, and the next minute you're beating each other's ass in the front yard, and then you're back eating your pasta at the end of the night, and Grandma says, "You dumb fucks!
You know, I love it. I love
We
it.
just love hard. We're passionate. We're a
Got you.
passionate tribe of people.
Got your Nani in there. Yes, Grassers are on it. That's right. The Globfather has spoken. That's right. So, speaking of trips to Pound Town, I got an email that made me laugh really hard. Mikey, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Mike, what do you think of Deshaun?
Love you guys.
Mikey, what do you think of Deshaun? Six games. Going
I
to go
think it's
longer?
Great, and I think it's even better because now I know you're not switching over to Buffalo, and you can stick with Cleveland.
I'm undecided
He's
yet.
not switching teams.
I'm not a big.
You're sticking with Cleveland. As soon as this dude comes in, you guys will be 3-3 after week 6. As soon as he comes in and runs you guys to the playoffs, you're not going to have a fucking chance to root for Buffalo.
I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. I don't know what to do.
Here.
I know. All right. All right, Mikey. Thank you. All right. Before we wrap things up, I did get a nice email here from Deanna that I thought made me smile and made me laugh. So I'm always mentioning I'm the mayor of Pound Town. Now, based on Dan's recent, or maybe Allie's fondness for candles, or
Am I the new candle sponsor?
if you were listening to, we need to get a Glade sponsor.
we need
that, or whoever makes the Catholic Church's candles.
Yes,
I think you have to,
yes.
I think those are specially made at this point.
Correct.
But before you take a trip to Pound Town, there's always you do sometimes there's some bad weather. You got to take a little detour on the way to Pound Town. Mm-hmm. And I believe Dan is a big fan. The last stop before Pound Town is this wonderful town here. If you want to pull it up, Dan, yeah.
Right?
Nope, that's
not
Deshaun
there.
Watson.
That
Okay,
is
that's
the
what
last
Dan
stop.
loves. Okay,
It's this one. I got it.
there we go. Last stop for Pound Town, Fingerville. So classic meme that makes me smile every time I see it. So
I'm not a fan of Fingerville.
well, you like to use candles, so
Oh, well.
Fingerville that way. You're thinking, okay,
Yeah. God, he's a guitar man. He's got.
See, that'll tell you right there where because I don't think I've ever met a girl who likes getting finger blasted ever.
No finger bang bang.
I mean, he's a good finger. It's
Like
just that he
once.
keeps his nails kind of long.
Even
Only on
with
one
them,
hand.
even with them clean, I just not a. I've never had one that's like one time one was like yeah it was really great, and then every other time it's just been like not into it. Really, frankly, kind of think it's gross.
Once you've had more, why do you ever? You know,
Well, I guess I don't know. Once
people just finger when you're in like high school or something. You've never had it.
yeah, no, it's not really something you do.
I thought you like grow out of it.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
do it at
Precisely.
Although-
maybe high
Not
school.
me at all.
Although I got to tell you guys, I got a handy recently. It was fantastic.
Really? So I'm
That was
A
on the,
little
fantastic.
lube
I'm on
or
the
something.
same-
Sure, yeah.
It was
I'm on the-
fantastic.
I'm on the same boat. When we went to watch Thor, we had the ADS show on.
You
Wife
did
comes
not.
They're
over.
handy watching.
Well,
my
you were
wife.
listening to us?
I
What?
have
Looking
the
at me?
ADS show on at home. Wife walks over. I slip a digit in, and we just proceed to go upstairs. And
Okay.
it was a good
Wait,
Did
with
our
runner-
voices start the moment?
You got
good
us in the mood.
question. Good question.
See, mine.
The only question.
I guess,
No. You guys weren't. You guys were obsolete at that.
Well,
point.
you were
Oh,
done.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
but now when I see the
You were-
Fingerville thing now, I don't think front door when Fingerville. I'm thinking that's a. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. That's why I brought the candle up.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. When you think of finger bangs like that,
You mentioned Thor. I saw Thor this weekend.
did you?
That's
Okay.
a fantastic movie.
It really was good.
It was really, really good.
Mhm.
I actually could not believe. Well, all that gay stuff was baloney. There was
Yeah.
it was not a so gay. Even Natalie Portman like trying to over gay it for
It
her. Like
wasn't, yeah, it
when she was like when they were like, "How gay is it?" and she was like, "So gay." No, it really isn't. There's one scene.
Subtly
I think
gay.
Zeus was
Barely.
maybe- Zeus to me was probably the most hinty, other than just
Oh,
the,
oh,
plain scene.
oh! I didn't get that from Zeus at all. I
No.
thought Zeus was just supposed to be kind of a fat. Spoilers, by the way. I thought he was just kind of
The fat orgy dude.
You know, I know who Zeus is, but I didn't get any gay vibes from him. It was just the rock guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
But-
was in plain sight, right?
But that was just literally he just said, I met a guy named Blaine and we had a baby. That was it.
How great was that guy's mustache, huh?
That whole movie was good. Yeah, the Blaine's mustache.
Yeah,
Blaine had a
it
great
was
mustache.
so good.
No, I enjoyed it. It was great as very this little kid stuff. If you're you have to take your kids to this if you have a kid. There's a scene in it where with kids where a really cool thing happens. Like I just think when I was a little boy, during that specific scene, I would have been like, "This is the coolest thing that's ever happened." Did you see it, Dan? You're nodding.
No,
You
no,
know-
no,
oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool. But no, everything in it was great. A lot of humor throughout the whole thing.
It was
like
real, it was real comedic. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, good humor too, not just annoying, stupid Marvel humor. I mean, there was some of that, but there was just some kind of silly stuff that I enjoyed. I like
I think the opening scene just prepared you for all that.
the nose tickling.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. I mean, it's such stupid, simple humor, but it was hilarious. I really
Did you
enjoyed
guys
it.
hear about how is it Liam Hemsworth is in the movie or one of
Yes.
the Hemsworths?
Yes, they were great. They
He
were
did not eat meat for any of the scenes where, like, for the whole set, he didn't eat meat because he didn't want to like kiss Natalie Portman and
Oh, you mean
have like
Chris Hemsworth?
meat mouth. Yeah, whatever one
Chris,
is Thor.
yeah.
Oh, Chris
Whichever
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth one is. Yeah, there's a few of them.
He
They
didn't wanna
pop
have
them
the
out.
bad
Like
breath.
2.
Yeah,
Well, there was a-
she's a vegan or something, and
Oh,
he didn't want
that's
to offend her
right.
with meat mouth because he's
With-
packing on the pounds. I was
Is that
like,
a real
how-
thing?
Right? Is
Really?
that a
He
real
did
thing?
that?
He claims he didn't eat meat while
be
he was
damned.
on the set because he didn't want to,
I could
taint her veganism.
bet he wanted a vegan.
It's kind of the
taint,
gayest
though.
thing in the whole movie, if you ask me.
It was kind of weird though. I don't know how they apparently they had her standing on like a thing
Like a booster,
yeah,
make her
to
taller.
be able to get taller to be with him when she's
When they're, like, shoulder to
He's
shoulder.
like 6'1,000.
It's in the previews. Everybody
Right,
knows
right,
she's
right.
Thor. So
Yes.
yeah, they had to. I don't know who they used for this because it clearly wasn't her because she's jacked. This woman that's with Thor is huge. I swear they put
Face
her
was
face on
jacked.
someone else.
The fa-
Body dupe?
everything.
Okay.
I think they did. They did a really good job, but or she got jacked. I don't know.
I mean, she's got to be a little older now. It's got to be kind of hard to put on that much mass out of nowhere.
I don't think.
I
so,
mean, just
'cause
anyone to put on that much
when
mass
she
out
looks,
of nowhere.
yeah, I don't want to give too much away. So, all right.
Mm.
Well, I think that's going to wrap things up for us here in another dumb show. Today is Shay's first official football practice. I think I'm going to try to head out there. They have like a little Q&A or just like a coach's session at the end of it, just to kind of feel them out.
Oh boy, we're
So-
getting football dumb, Dad. Let's
Are you
go.
going to get suckered
I'm
into
so
being a
excited.
dad
Baseball
coach?
dad versus football
Oh, I'm
dad.
so
are
excited
very,
You're going to be a
very-
Football
coach, though? You're
dad.
going to help?
No, I don't have enough time to be a coach.
Okay.
I wish I could. And honestly, I don't think I would pass the background check.
There's little to none. It's pretty much who's here every day. You've
No,
all of a
this-
sudden become in charge.
No, this league, they give you all kinds of, they have, it goes through the police department and everything. It's kind of a legit thing over there.
No.
So,
Man,
which is,
my poor
I'm-
brother one year, my dad was just there every day and he became coach because and we've talked about him. Love him to death, but he may not be qualified for a field of 8-year-olds, and he just was the one. So they're like, you lead them.
You're the coach now?
You're here.
Yeah.
You're here.
Yeah, that kind of happened
You were
to me.
banned last season for cussing, but you coached this year.
That happened to me with my kids' basketball league. I was, I didn't get in trouble, but I was politely asked to be quiet. And so I did. But then I ended up being made the coach because the coach was such a bad coach. He left. So I ended up having to help out with the coaching. So I was right after all.
Somehow the loudest mouth dad's always the best coach, maybe.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I promised him that I would not, because my dad, I mean, I could out of the whole crowd, I could hear my dad. I mean, I could hear him. Like I was that kid and he was so loud. I heard every word he said, and he was usually right. So it wasn't like he was, because he knew what he was talking about. He really did. It wasn't just like I was listening to my daddy. He genuinely knew what the fuck he was talking about. So and it would be coaching stuff. And so I was doing it. I was listening to my dad. So I was doing the same thing to my kid. I'm yelling and telling him, fire out lower, extend
Actual
your arms.
advice from the bleachers.
Fundamental coaching from the bleachers, absolutely. But literally because I'm on the sidelines because they don't have bleachers for these youth leagues. So the coaches went from me to you, and the kids are from me to Lou. So I'm as close to the kids as the coaches are. So they hear everything. I'm screaming. So
Barking orders.
yeah, football dad's very, very different.
I am
than-
so excited to see you transition to football, Dad.
it's coming, baby,
am.
and
Oh,
he's
this is so good.
It's because I'm very passionate about football. I love the game of football. I really, really do. I think it's
Oh, I almost want to cry.
I swear, I just
love
want to
it.
go.
I love football so much, man.
Oh,
It's such a
boy.
great sport. So it's in to see Buck. I think he's going to be good. I really think he's going to be good. He's kind of gets it, and some of the little things he tells me. It's funny because him and Brady every once in a while they'll square off. And Brady's the older one; he's 13. Shay's 10. And I was talking to Shay about it, and he goes, "So, Dad, guess what?" I go, "What?" He goes, "So Brady the other day said that he thought he could block me." I said, "Really?"
This is how it starts.
This is how it starts. I said, "So what happened?" He goes, fired off the line, chopped his hands, went right around him, backfield sack. I was like, boom, that's my boy. You're learning. Hell yeah. So Shay, if you're listening, actually he's at practice now. So they just started. But yeah, violent hands. If you're a dad, tell your that are playing football, tell your kids violent hands. And I asked him a question last night. I said, what is the difference with your hands and your arms between being on the offensive line and the defensive line? Thought about it for a sec, said something completely and made no sense. And they went, and he went, wait. On defense, you need your arms extended. Offense, you get up into them. And I was like, my dude.
He's ready.
Yeah.
He's ready.
So he's getting it. He's learning. So we are, football season officially starts now in my world. Moving forward, when Larry gets back into town, we are going to be putting together a fantasy football league. So I don't want to give too many details away about it because we really, frankly, don't have all the details yet. So I'm going to work it out with Larry. It's going to be up on our website. If you have not had a chance to go check out anotherdumbshow.com, please do that. If you've not picked up one of our t-shirts, they're still available at anotherdumbshow.com. I saw a few more orders come in today. So you don't want to be left out. You're going to be walking around. You're going to be seeing people wearing Another Dumb Show t-shirts, Captain Content t-shirts, and you're going to say, well, wait a minute. Why don't I have one of those? And I'm going to say, because you didn't order it when I told you to order it at anotherdumbshow.com. So get on there and get what you want. You can get a black one. You can get a white one, or with the logo, Dumb Show logo, or you can get the special edition Captain Content shirt, which also has the ADS logo right on the back just below the collar, because that's how I like it. So please pick up one of those. That is really going to be one of the main ways to support us moving forward, is helping us with the merch. We appreciate everybody in the league of in the chat, the League of Dummies in there. I saw a few super fan donations in there today. Thank you guys so much for doing that. If you've not had a chance to subscribe to our channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you've not liked today's video, please take a moment, like today's video, hit that little thumbs up. I have to remind myself now, when I watch people's YouTube videos, hit the thumbs up. I do it on people's videos now that I normally would never have done in a million years. Even random ass, what did I watch? It was about wires or something I was watching. Some sort of wiring thing the other day I was watching. And I went, I'm going to hit this guy's thumbs up because I asked people to hit my thumbs up. So I'm going to do the same thing for this
Show
dude.
some
So
support. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And for whatever reason, YouTube thinks that the more thumbs up we get, the more people like us. Doesn't make any sense to me because there's a lot of other analytics that are way better than the thumbs up.
Correct.
So it doesn't make any sense to me. But according to YouTube, it's very important. So please take a second to hit the thumbs up on today's video. Again, also, if you're listening on the podcast, I urge you to please just take a sec, switch over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, like it, all that good stuff too, because this is where we will drive things. We make no money on the podcast at all because we need some more equipment. And when we play like music and stuff, when we come back from breaks and the show open and all that, even though we have rights to use it, the podcast companies say, tough shit. We don't want to have to deal with any copyright rules or laws or any of that crap. So you cannot make any money on these podcasts because these music are in it. And as of right now, we don't have the capability to record our voice only. So when we get to that point, we'll be able to switch it over. So that's what the reason I bring that up is that important. If you are listening to the podcast, it's important that you come over and support us on the YouTube channel. That way we can keep delivering the podcast to you as well. Make sense? I hope so. That's going to wrap things up for us here on Another Dumb Show. Thank you guys for sticking around. Dan, Allie, Lou, Will, Doug.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys hanging out. One more time, let's watch Lou's buddy wipe out here. It made me laugh real hard, so we'll
Thank you,
watch
Little
that
Doug,
one
for
last
recording
time.
that.
So
Always
guys,
Watson.
I thought I seriously.
here we
think
go.
it's
I
always
went to
gonna be
the
that one.
I went to the wrong one. That was actually on me. That one.
See,
So
not
here we
all
go.
my
Oh, I
videos
think
are
I was on
horrible.
the right.
You
one
were
that
on the
time.
right one.
All
So here we go. Wrap on this. Here we go.
A lot of people were asking us
Lou's area.
that they were from my hood. So show the street.
Who's showing off his hood. Here
Look at
comes
this.
my dude looking
He's fat as
sweet.
fuck.
He gonna hit the boom, 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 boom.
I can't. That's great.
It doesn't give up.
Oh, I got him.
I just realized he's driving that little scooter and flops,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
slides,
yes, yes.
bro.
Yes.
Oh, he goes down real hard.
That's his first mistake. Closed-toed shoes on any vehicle.
You know what caught his body was his face.
Yeah.
They are
Was he all
hard.
jacked up, by the way, afterwards?
Not a scratch.
Nothing.
He just opened his 21st beer and moved
Yeah,
on.
when you're 20
Exactly.
beers in, you don't have
Yeah, that's
injuries.
true.
Not even
Right
a
on.
nick or nothing, man. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
That's good. Right on. All right. Well, that's going to wrap things up for us here on Another Dumb Show. You guys have a great rest of the evening. Sorry, I never got to mention happy hour tonight. I got blue. I got kind of wrapped up in everything with Deshaun and everything, and then Allie's cryptic tweets and whatnot. So I apologize. Second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Oh, by the way, we do have a couple people who are interested in partnering with us moving forward. Some sponsorship opportunity, a sponsor coming on, I believe, mid next month. So there are some opportunities for this month. If you're interested in being a sponsor of Another Dumb Show, you can do that right now by emailing me at anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. We have very affordable rates if you own a small business, or if one of your family members owns a small business. If you've ever tried to do any sort of advertising on other types of media and it just was kind of out of your price range, shoot me an email. I bet you mine is in your price range. So anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. And I will get back to you with my pricing sheet, and we'll see if we can work something out to have you help partner and sponsor Another Dumb Show. So it's going to wrap things up for us tonight. You guys have a good night. We are out of here. See ya.